Well, hello.
We're good to go, I think. Yeah.
We are good to go.
Yep.
Finally.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome one, welcome all to the Outrun Open round number 10 at Silverstone National. It's been a long time coming, a whole 8 months of hiatus, but we are glad to be back once again for more exciting drift action on twitch.tv/MrAeroHD. My name is MrAeroHD. Ian Plash, joined alongside, as always, by Keenan Kusin as your producer and co-commentator today, but he might be taking more of a backseat role in this tournament. He's not feeling very well. The small boy is feeling quite sick, but hopefully he feels better soon.
Don't eat ice cream sandwiches. They're a lie. Don't do it.
Yeah, if you have a trouble with your allergies with dairy, it might be smart not to eat 10 ice cream sandwiches in one night. Just throwing that out there. Anyways, joined tonight by none other than my boy Wes. You've seen him time and time again in Forza. He's been around for ages. Many comps as well, many tournaments, and none other than Ryan Litteral as your other special guest judge today. Of course, they're going to be our two main judges, and it's going to work like this. Both of them are going to be your primary judges. If they have a decision and their decision lines up, that will be the decision for the battle. However, if they're on a split decision, that's when I will step in and give a tie-breaking decision to decide if it's going to be going one way, one more time, or for the other driver. So for the time being, we're just about set and ready to go, Keaton. Everyone's getting ready to line up back on the line for your first of 4 top 32 lobbies in Outrun Open round number 10.
Outrun Open, huh? Is that what
Outrun Open.
Outrun Open?
By the way.
Yeah, I remember my first beer, buddy. You're going to be all right. I love how the van says Outrun Open number 6, too. We're so good at what we do. We're so good. We got Armani and Elite Ace, both these guys we saw in the Long Beach comp that was held by Andy Haley there a couple of weeks ago. Excited to see how they do, and a little bit easier of a track and a little bit less serious of a setting. So I'm stoked to see how these guys drive against each other. Armani always in, I don't know, I think he just has an affinity for these expensive cars, because he drove an AMG Black, and now he's in a SLS or something. No, it's in another Mercedes, but fancy. He's got a V12 in it. He's going to be following with Ace leading. Just want to clarify, if you're looking at the bracket, name on top leads, name on bottom falls, because there's no seeds. So that's just the way it be.
All right, Pop is still in here. We good to go?
Ryan, you ready? You spectating?
Yep. All right. We are good to go. Judge is ready. Staff is ready. Driver's ready. Let's send for our first battle here in Outrun Open, round number 10.
Okay, hold on. I'm not ready yet.
Oh, it's okay. I got the replay. We good.
Yeah.
What car?
Right, so
what?
Elite Ace in the lead. Toyo Armani in chase. Back into turn 1 for the first time in 8 months. Elite Ace, big angle in the lead with that Camaro. AMG and Chase keeping it in proximity. Transitions across the bumper and charges late right into the door of Ace. Ace getting a lot of that inside curb. Unfortunately, many tires off on the inside of the course. Representing Team Royals finishes out the course. And then AMG and Chase, Toyo Armani all over this man. So I will go ahead and on the side stream put up the replay for you so you can see that first battle. Uh-oh.
Did it break?
Yes, it did.
I have a clip button. I actually don't. Lead car drops you anyway, I think.
Yeah, lead car dropped 2 on the inside. So let me get this straight. Both of one of our judges didn't see that.
I mean, we both.
I'm watching.
I watched it. I watched the whole thing. I thought I saw both cars drop tires on the rumble strips. I don't know what you guys are dictating is off course.
Yeah. So inners are not allowed tire drops. Outers you're allowed 1.
Okay.
All right. So we'll go ahead and switch them around. Go ahead and send when ready. Toyo Armani this time up in the lead. Lead Ace will give chase this time. Lead Ace, a couple of unfortunate tire drops in that lead position, especially on the inner turn number 2. They have a lot to make up here potentially this time, chasing Toyo Armani. Both drivers are going to fire off that 50 roll and head back into turn number 1 for the second half of your first battle in top 32. A big angle up in the lead for that AMG. Armani is absolutely painting the lines beautifully and very fluid. Unfortunately, Ace not really able to keep it in proximity. Armani a little bit wide, however, on the inside for turn number 2, but Elite Ace really just having a very difficult time keeping it in proximity there.
That thing is speedy.
Gone.
Yeah, Armani walked that fool.
That's one way to put it.
You walked that fool.
All right, well then we'll go ahead and bring it to our judges, Westies and Ryan Litteral. Do we have a decision already?
Armani.
I mean, yep, Armani.
Yeah.
All right, that will be the 2-0 decision. Toyo Armani, he will be advancing to the next round of competition into top 16, and unfortunately, Elite Ace will be seeing his way out early in the going.
He has a great paint job, though.
Oh, I love that paint. It's so good. I'm all about that vibe.
Super rad.
Oh,
Car looks really cool.
Team Drift Royals always bring some really, really good paints and liveries out to everything that they do.
That's awesome.
All right, so then next up we have none other than Vicari versus UNK Froze. This will be Vicari in the lead and UNK Froze in the chase.
Yeah, Vicari is a good driver, man. I've played with him in quite a few lobbies, and he really go down both in Forza and in Seto. So does some really good paint work as well. Talented dude.
Keenan and I, time and time again, have compared Vicari's style really similar to Denofa. Of course, obviously, he's also driving in a Mustang. This dude only knows one way, and that's just massive angle all the time. He doesn't know any other route. So that's what he's going to do. And the place like this, you got very smooth, long corners. You're going to be seeing a lot of angle all over the place for this man up in the lead, I'm sure. UNK Froze, though, that whole entire team, unknown. They have a lot of talent in that roster pool. This is not going to be an easy battle for Vicari. And we'll see what has to happen here for the second battle then, as both drivers are going to get set and ready to go. We are ready to send. Gonna mess with them a little bit.
Okay, here we go.
There we go. Vicari up in the lead. Froze giving chase. UNK versus, I believe Vicari still not with the team. I'll have to confirm with that later. But here we go, back into one with a giant angle again for Vicari every single time. I just mentioned before in the pre-run, he is always going to throw that angle. One tire on the rumble, that is okay, but that's coming to loudly. BMW in chase to close back in. Proximity starting to fall away again for the second corner as
on that inside
Froze, but we're not able to keep it with him, and Vicari pulls away to a nice, solid lead run throughout the entirety of that. Really, really good job by Vicari. As we said before, he was also talking in chat earlier saying he's feeling a little rusty, but I don't know what you're talking about, dude. That looked fine to me.
All the time. I don't believe anything that man says anymore. Well, I haven't played in 15 minutes. Yeah, I'm having a frame rate issue here that just started for no reason because Forza's great and my computer's great and I want to set myself on fire. So we'll get it figured out for the next one. Unfortunately, this might have to be lobby 1 is at 30 frames a second or whatever this is.
It is what it is.
It was fine, and then all of a sudden it wasn't fine. I don't know what changed. I didn't change anything on my end, so.
It's the story of my sex life. It was fine, and then it wasn't fine.
Oh, boy. Hopefully it sorts itself. I'm trying to, I don't have anything. Oh.
Are you, are you dropping in-game friends, or?
Yeah, it was in-game frames.
Okay.
We're good.
All right.
I won't question it. If it goes away, it goes away.
All right, send one ready.
Go ahead.
All right, here we go then.
He's got a delay.
This time, Vicari and Chase. Gonna have to see what Froze has for his lead. UNK, they're not unknown to the Forza Drift scene. He will go ahead and throw the angle with Vicari all over the floor. Unfortunately, looks like Froze was dropping a couple of tires on that inside rumble. Transitions across the bumper. Will Vicari in the chase. Absolutely filling the door as well for the second portion of turn number 2. UNK Froze. Lots of style in the lead as well, but unfortunately, I think Vicari was just a little more ready for that one.
Dang. I think Vicari really wants this today.
Yeah, he's hungry, boy. He had no breakfast this morning.
All right, well.
That's what we like to see.
Vicari.
Yeah. All right, literal Vicari. And then the same decision as well for you, Westies?
Vicari, yes, sir.
All right, that's 204. Vicari, he will take down UNK Froze and be advancing to the next round of competition to face Toyo Armani in 16. And nothing against what Froze did there up in his lead position. That was a really solid lead as well. But, man, must say Vicari was definitely ready for that proximity there. Did not let him get away a single inch almost every section of the course.
It's got that RTR hooked up. You get that car right, it moves.
Absolutely. So next up then will be VPC Stance versus UNK Scorpion. Stance will be leading and Scorpion will be giving chase for your third battle. Both these drivers not strangers to the Forza scene. Again, as I mentioned before in the pre-show, this is a very, very stacked lobby number 1. Usually be seeing these guys facing off in 16, potentially even grade 8 as well. But of how the random seating goes, this is how it is.
Yo, you need to stay out here if you're going to pee on my bed.
All right, here we go.
I was confused there for a second. I was like,
yeah, me too.
Drivers are ready. Someone ready?
He's ready. He knows.
All right, here we go. Stance up in the lead this time. This will be UNK Scorpion and Chase. Scorpion very excited for this tournament. Mentioned it before earlier. Stance, never a slouch in the drift scene. And that R34 is going to throw it backwards into one. A little bit of angle correction through the middle of the corner, but still holds a really solid line through and through. It looks like he's going to go ahead and transition back for turn 2. A little bit wide in Chase is Scorpion. Not quite able to match that angle of the R34 up in the lead. Has to make a big correction as a result. And Stance checking out into the sunset for the back half.
Yeah, that was.
They both had their mistakes.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
But Stance didn't have as big as a mistake as that.
Yeah, it was a really saucy entry. I like seeing that over here in Outrun. Everyone's been doing it. I've seen it now twice almost. Vicari and Stance this time, but unfortunately Stance up in the lead, not really able to keep that angle through and through. Had to make a pretty big correction. Did a solid job of keeping it on line though. Many drivers in that situation may have over-straightened and potentially dropped drift or angled.
He didn't completely straighten, though. Scorpion completely stalled himself out behind him, having a lift to not hit him.
Scorpion wasn't quite ready for the second corner as well. Losing out to the center. All right, both drivers ready for the second run. Someone ready. UNK Scorpion will be leading this time. What does he have in that Shelby-powered Nitto Tire Mustang? Off the line then. VPC Stance will give chase. We'll see if he can keep it a little bit closer this time for turn 1. He's going to keep it much closer in proximity for that initiation. UNK Scorpion, big angle up in the lead. Not quite tight to the inside, but tucks it in okay for the second half of turn number 1. Stance keeping in the picture, playing it a little bit safe, not trying to get too aggressive. Really beautiful line for Scorpion up in that lead position, painting that line through and through for turn number 2, but Stance all over the door of that Shelby Mustang.
Great lead run, but with the full straighten from Scorpion on that first run, I'm gonna have to give it to Stance.
Oh, have we lost Ryan?
Whoever just backed out, thank you for
waiting. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we got
now. We can.
Yeah. Stance.
You got Stance?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is going to be then. Stance advancing to your next round of competition, and Scorpion again, similar to the last time, where the chase driver switches the lead. Really, really solid lead, but unfortunately, didn't quite have what it took to make up those mistakes. And it's a shame too, because Stance had that big mistake going into turn 1 as well for their lead, but the mistake was definitely big on Scorpion's part through turn 2, and that's probably gonna be the thing that determines that, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how often Scorpion's playing, and even if he is, I think it was a last-minute decision for him. Good driver. I know he can do better. So something happened there. Either he's. You know what? He is in the Australian time zone too. I don't know what time
he caught up too fast and had to lift to avoid hitting him. To be honest, he should have just hit him a little bit and not messed himself up as much.
Yeah, I figured. Blackout. I figured it was like something really like not kosher in terms of what time it is.
Yeah. All right. So then next up will be Outlaw Tony F versus TSC Faded. Tony will be leading, and Faded will be giving chase. You want to talk about an Outrun story? Tony F, sitting there at the start of Outrun Invitationals. Definitely didn't quite have it as composed as he used to, but really starting to come in his own here, and picking up an Outlaw. Obviously, Outlaw, a very prominent team in the drift scene. Faded, you're gonna need to go ahead and switch to the chase position. That is going to be Tony leading.
Tony had that right. There you go.
Switch that around. There you go. But yeah, Tony, one of the best when we were doing this in full back-to-back rounds all the time. Tony, this progression in Esports drift on Forza, picked it up big. Go ahead and send one ready, and picked up by Outlaw. No slouch as far as talent pool goes. They saw it in him. They saw his improvement, and sure enough, here he is out here again for Outrun number 10. Let's see what he has this time versus TSC Faded, who will give chase in that S15 Sylvia. Back in the turn number 1, VA power up in the lead. Stance all over the door. Tony, really beautiful line going into turn 1. But the proximity in chase is beautiful. All over the door through turn 1. And Tony, unfortunately, dropping 2 tires on the inside rumble and big angle, unfortunately, as a result. And back on that rumble strip, that was a really, really solid chase as well. All over the door in that S15. Really beautiful drive through and through. And unfortunately, Tony a little bit beside himself and gets a little bit too much of that inside curb.
I had a hope that he would hold that because the torque styling kind of is a little bit weird at how it holds angle in this game. But he passed a certain point. I'm like, I don't think you could get away with that in this corner. Sure enough, just as soon as he lost angle, about as soon as I had the thought. So we'll get these guys switched up here.
Really seeing some damn good driving to start this off.
Right off the bat.
I must say.
Right off the bat.
I'm thoroughly
Controller
impressed.
and wheel alike. Yeah.
Yeah, many of the drivers we have today, you know, like they compared to what we were last in the scene, Outrun, that their drivers we had here weren't quite. They were a lot more practiced back then, I should say.
It was a mix of old. It was a mix of old and new.
Yeah. Yeah, this time we're seeing guys, you know, who maybe have dropped the game for a couple of months, coming back, taking a little bit of practice, and still putting down some really good runs. I'm very thoroughly impressed to see what we got so far today. This will be the second half of your fourth and final top 32 battle of lobby number 1. TSC faded up in the lead, and Tony not getting the jump, not electing to take the restart, unfortunately. TSC faded. As a result, is going to check out in the sunset. Yeah, does miss that inside, but, you know, Tony not electing to take that restart, and that may be his downfall. A small over angle, giant over angle, rather, and unfortunately, that will be the end of Tony's run here in Outrun Open number 10.
That's some soup.
That's some soup.
That's Nürburgring soup.
All right, so that'll be TSC then advancing to the next round of competition. We're going to go ahead and let everyone know, if you did not grab tires, we're going to go immediately to 16. So if you do not grab tires, Armani, Vicari, Stance, and Faded, please work your way around. Grab your tires now. Get ready to go. You guys are next up on deck. This will be Toyo Armani versus Vicari as the next battle. Your first of lobby number 1, top 16. Yeah, this is going to be nuts. Again, that'll be Armani in the lead and Vicari giving chase for your first top 16 of lobby number 1.
If Vicari could, like, didn't he do really well at this track too the last time we did it?
I think the last time we did this was Invitational round number 1. That was like 16 outruns ago, so I can't.
That's like 2 years ago.
I can't recall. Yeah.
What cars are up right now?
It's gonna be Vicari's who you're gonna be spectating.
Yeah, you'll be on the chase cam of Vicari. Armani will be in the lead.
Okay.
Okay, so then after first top 32 of lobby number 1, that is going to be Armani, Vicari, VPC Stance, and TSC Faded as your top 16. And no lack of talent so far in lobby number 1. As I said before, this is a very stacked lobby number 1. The random seating will work out that way. And I'm expecting some really, really fire runs here. Every single one of these battles is very much a coin flip, Keenan. I have a hard time deciding who would be the winner of both of these battles coming up.
Yeah, I mean, like, we're seeing some good drifting so far. Got a lot of strong names in this first half of the bracket when you click the random button a bunch of times. But yeah, I don't think any of these are pushovers. Any of these are gimmies. Vicari's going to have to work for his win if he wants it. Armani's got the speed, but we need to see him kind of like put a whole run together because Vicari's kind of got that figured out. In terms of Stance and Faded, we haven't really seen all of what Faded can do because, you know, Tony's independent mistake. But both these guys definitely have a shot, and it's like I said, it's still wide open as to who's going to win out of these two pairs.
Yeah, Vicari, a very versatile driver, definitely does lean more towards the style side of things on a typical occasion. And Armani, we've seen it in run number 1. Got a very fast machine in that 2015 GTS. AMG, never a slouch car when it comes to drift. We'll see how Vicari can adapt to what the speed may be up in that lead position. But again, Vicari, one of our ESTA finalists from 2019. He didn't get there for no reason. He knows what to do. Go ahead and set one ready, puppet. This will be your first top 16 battle of lobby number 1. With Armani in the lead and Vicari giving chase. AMG versus RTR Mustang battle. Off the line, Armani. To the 50 roll. Going to have power on. Vicari not letting the gap happen. Initiates a little bit earlier than that lead position, but Vicari able to paint that line beautifully. Maybe not necessarily matching what Armani was doing, but Armani not quite getting all the way out to that outside rumble strip. Transitions nicely for the inner, pushes a little bit wide, but Vicari, again, not really in the picture. But I can't really say if Armani's lead was necessarily perfect either there, Keenan.
Well, Vicari did drop a tire on his inside.
I still think Armani pulled a gap on Vicari at the very end, though.
Yeah, definitely exiting the last corner. Armani definitely pulled a little.
And he was able to like maintain consistent angle throughout the entire run, and especially during that sector as well.
Yeah. Now the angle was consistent. The line maybe leaving a little bit to be desired, but at the same time, you know, still not making any weird corrections, any weird scrubs of the tires, allowing that speed to keep up and start checking away from Vicari there for sure.
Well, hey, if they're watching the stream, they've got some good spotting advice. They know what they need to improve on.
I mean, that's the whole point, right? And people, like, a lot of times when we have people that run this, it's not necessarily just to come out and win; it's to improve and get better. And that's, you know, especially having both of you guys here is really giving them the best chance of doing that.
See what Bakari has for his lead if he can make up for the mistakes he had in chase. Armani, very clearly a very fast chassis underneath him. We got to see what he can do to match Bakari. Bakari has a way to catch you out if you're not ready for what he's going to do. Bakari with the flick again back into one. A little bit of a lackadaisical entry, but he's going to get down to the rumble strip. And, oh, that's a giant drop once again for Bakari. 2 drivers off on the inside rumble strip. He definitely had the right idea, but potentially not flicking the rear end of the car fast enough. He's going to try to finish it out regardless. A little bit wide is the AMG in chase for the last bit of turn number 2. But Bakari, once again, as he does on occasion, shoots himself in the foot there a little bit.
Yeah, you could see it immediately, and he just didn't quite get the flick he was looking for. He flicked right, and then when he went back in left, it just took so much time. It was so slow. I just didn't think he had the front end response he was looking for.
All right,
give that to Armani. Bakari had too many little mistakes.
All right, and Ryan, your decision?
Armani, please.
All right, Toyo Armani with the 2-0 will be advancing to your Great 8 of lobby number 1. Next up will be VPC Stance versus TSC Faded, with Stance in the lead and Faded in chase.
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer, but at least Bakari went out on a high note. That looked real cool until it wasn't cool at all. But I mean, that's just the conflict in styles, right? Of like fast and consistent versus like big, flashy, aggressive. Just looked like the consistency.
Hey, it works until it doesn't.
Yep. It's just the way the cookie crumbles. You know, when Bakari puts down that 100-point line, he'll make it look like a 110-point run. But unfortunately, it's a very high-risk, high-reward style. And unfortunately, you saw exactly what that can produce with the big mistake going into turn number 1. Not really giving him the opportunity to fight for it there, unfortunately, for the second half of the run. This will be your last top 16 battle of lobby number 1. VPC Stance in the lead. Go ahead and send one ready. TSC Faded in chase.
Almost didn't get it done there. We just did that.
I think you should be the one to say send one ready.
Yeah, I should.
Production, yeah. We should do that. I think we mentioned that earlier. We should know
sure
this by now. VPC Stance, R34 in the lead. S15 Sylvia in chase. Back into turn 1 for this Nissan Battle Giant.
Come on.
Stance, but all over the door in chase. Tire drop for Stance going into the second corner, but really solid, consistent angle for both drivers. Not quite in the door for the second half of that battle. Not quite able to get the Stance, but Stance putting on a clinic as well as that S15 in chase. That was so far battle of the tournament.
I would just like to point out that I like how Faded got close and then made sure he matched the angle of the lead car. Even though he was close, he made sure he put the effort in to match the angle of that lead car. That's what needs to be done.
He's feeling himself right now, too. You see that 360?
to do that into one, to match the angle, to surge, stop the car on a dime, keep it within inches, not even touching the door, and also matching the angle. Westies, you're absolutely right. That is the sign of a veteran driver, and he is feeling it right now. Really, really good stuff from TSC Faded. Really good stuff from Stans as well. That tire drop.
Not taking anything from him. Yeah.
So both drivers back to the line. Faded will be giving it the lead this time.
Get out of there.
We ready?
Yeah, we're ready. Sorry.
Send one ready.
I have power now.
Yeah, you were supposed to say that, weren't you? Come on, man.
Listen.
All right. So what does Faded have for his lead? Stance going to keep it in the picture. Small gap going into one. I can say small gap. It's a pretty large gap, but a little bit wide into turn 1 is Faded. Pushes it out wide, letting the R34 in chase to close it back in. He will do just that into turn 2, but maybe a little bit too much angle. Not quite able to surge in. He's going to do it for the second half of the corner. Charges in late, trying to get into the door, but can't quite match the tire track stuff the entire time.
You got 2 tires at the end there?
Little bit of slap left, right, and center, but still solid battle so far. Judges, do we need a side-by-side for that one?
Yeah, I'd say let's watch that.
Yeah, I would like to.
Okay.
If you could.
That's close.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and throw up a side-by-side.
I saw 2 tire drops from the R34 at the end, and there was a tire drop on the first run.
Okay, so at twitch.tv/Chevette924, you'll see the side-by-side going. Not quite synced. For some reason, I didn't start the recording of run number 2 at the correct time. But you'll still get to see both runs regardless.
All right, winner this going up against Toyota Armani to see who our first finalist is, or first in the semifinals. Well, that is, yeah, first of our final 4. Numbers.
Man, Stance's angle into turn 1 was beautiful.
Yeah, it was really something.
Yeah, for those who are unfamiliar, Forza, the fastest way to do it in Forza is if you have more than 8 people driving in a lobby, sometimes you get some wacky things, like lag or people dropping out for no reason. So we try to limit competitors to 8. And then while we have all 8 of them in here, we get as far as we can with those 8. So basically we split the 32 bracket up into 4 parts. And then once we have our final 4, then we'll finish the whole final 4. I think for lobby 4 we'll invite I want the replays. So yeah, it's kind of a wacky way of doing things, but it's the fastest and most efficient way of doing it.
Sweet.
Well, I see Stance dropped 1 on his lead and 2 on his follow, and then Faded pushed out really wide in that first corner, but he never dropped any tires.
Yeah,
and he had a good
I'm
follow.
almost gonna have to go with TSC Faded, just due to the fact that I feel that his chase, he just had more well put together, consistent runs. I loved the R34's VPC stance lead run. I thought was beautiful. I just wish he would have had a little bit cleaner chase, in my personal opinion. That's just me, though. I'm watching it again and again.
Yeah, this is going to take a little bit of deliberation. There's a lot to talk about this one for sure.
I can't judge Faded washing out wide on the first corner harsher than Stance's 3 tire drops. Like I said, he dropped 1 following, or 1 on his lead, and he dropped 2 on the last corner following.
Now, where are you counting those tire drops? Because remember, the outers, like the straightaway, the exit of turn 1, you're allowed 1 tire on the rumble, and the exit of the final corner, you're allowed 1 tire.
Yeah, but he got 2 tires on the rumble.
I'd like to see it run again, to be honest. I'm voting 1 more time. That's where I'm at with it. I think they are both really good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I'm down to see it again.
All right. Well, there we go then. The decision is made 1 more time between TSC Faded and VPC Stance. Both drivers can go ahead and then line it back up with Stance in the lead and Faded in chase.
Give them a chance to show 2 good runs to see who's actually better.
Yeah, no, I think at this point, you saw in their drives, they have moments of excellence in both their leads and their chase. And if they can clean it up, it's going to be a really good run. All right, back on the line then for this 1 more time battle. Keenan, are we ready?
Production's ready.
All right, send one ready, Puppet. First, 1 more time of Outrun number 10. We'll see if they can make up for their mistakes in their leads and chases, respectively. Stance going to get off the line. And back into turn number 1. Big angle again for that R34. Gets down to that inside line. He's absolutely painting the line, maybe dropping 1 tire onto the rumble on the inside. And that's a little too much speed going into 2. That's a lot of tire drops in the lead. But the chase driver is getting saucy all over the door in the chase position. Really, really solid drive into that chase.
Awesome.
Absolutely covering the mistakes of VPC Stance.
I like the smooches.
That was awesome.
I'm a fan of the smooches.
Nah, Keenan, unfortunately,
beautiful chase. Beautiful chase.
Did a really good job chasing Stance through and through. Even when Stance was having a couple of awkward moments up in the lead, he was able to keep it in the picture the entire time despite the mistakes. That's a really good sign of an adapting driver in Faded.
Yeah, he was confident for sure.
I feel really dumb because I didn't know who TSC Faded was, and then I saw Faded Illusions in the stream chat, and I was like, oh, yeah, you know that guy who's been on TSC with the name Faded for literally ever? Yeah. I'm very in with the times. I'm hip with the kids. Oops. All right, we're good to go on my side.
Send one ready. Both drivers back on the line. We'll see if Faded can clean up his lead this time and make it a little bit more of a definitive statement. Mistakes for the R34 in the lead, but Stance still not out of it just yet. Very talented driver in the chase position as well. This Nissan and Nissan battle still rages on with the second half of your OMT battle in top 16 all over the door, but not quite matching the tire tracks is Stance. Almost dropping a couple more tires than just 1 is Faded up in the lead, but still does a nice job recovering it. Not quite ready in chase is Stance. Really not able to match the proximity through the final corner, but still matching the angle well, but Faded rather getting away on that one just a little bit.
I think Stance has the quickly.
Yeah, I'm going with Faded on that one.
Yep, Faded as well.
Yep.
A little bit more dominant in that.
All right, and with that will be TSC Faded going on to your top 8 battle versus Toyo Armani. Go ahead, Faded, if you wish. Go ahead and grab tires. I recommend it. Please don't turn to a TOS Nirvana situation here. Don't Nirvana it. We don't want to see 95% tires on OMT number 3. If you want to go ahead and grab tires, please do so. Armani, if you haven't done so, please do as well. Great battle. Hats off to both drivers. That was the sauce of the afternoon so far.
Sauce. The teriyaki,
No ketchup.
the barbecue.
No ketchup.
Don't talk about food. I'm hungry.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, I haven't eaten in 2 days. I should probably fix that.
That's
I
not
mean,
healthy.
you ate a bunch of ice cream sandwiches. That's your problem.
Yeah, that's the problem.
That's the problem.
Oops.
All right, this will be your last battle of lobby number 1. Coming up next will be X Optic Ninja. Sylvestra? Is that how you say it?
It's Sylviastra, I believe.
So Sylviastra. Okay, so X Optic Ninja. Sylvestra.
Favorite Call of Duty team.
TTL Prophet.
Fawnin.
TDR Boy. TSC Dakota. Brady. And Chris Ruggiero. You guys are next to go. So again, X Optic Ninja. Sylvestra. Fawnin. TTL Prophet. TDR Boy, TSC Dakota, Brady, and Chris Ruggiero. You guys are next to go for lobby number 2, so please be ready. So with this battle, this will be Armani up in the lead, Faded in chase for your Grade 8 battle of lobby number 1. And correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't it Armani who was a Final Four competitor in the Haley comp?
Don't believe so. It was Gambit.
Oh, it was Gambit and Toyo J. That's who it was.
Yeah,
right?
there was. I thought it was Jay. I was like, no, there's definitely 2 Toyo guys. But I don't think it was Armani, because I remember Armani won 1, I think. Because Jared kept mentioning the pop-up spoiler. That's like one of the things I remember vividly from that day. But I'm really curious to see how Faded's not driving a slow car, but Armani, with the V12, that's a strong engine in terms of speed. And I don't know what kind of tire he has on the back of that. Again, we don't really have tire rules, just to keep things simple and keep the barrier of entry pretty low. But as I say that, I just saw him Faded lock up tires. Those don't look like small boys on the back of the S15 either. So
we're looking at like maybe 295s and 305s potentially. Sort of.
I would say that the Mercedes is probably on a 315 at least.
Yeah.
Right. Minimum.
Someone ready?
But yeah, we're good. Thank you, Puppet, for listening. I appreciate you as a person.
I mean, I'm still waiting on you to say "send when ready" 1 time at least there.
I'm half asleep. Leave me alone. Why are you
Armani in the lead. AMG versus the Sylvia in chase. Getting a little bit of a gap off the line. Lots of power in that V12. Not going to be faded whatsoever in chase. Really getting in on the door as Armani runs a little bit wide through turn number 1. Armani dropping 1 tire onto the inside, but really starting to check out there for the second half of turn number 2. Potentially the Sylvia and Chase not in the correct gear. I saw him shift up there in the center of the corner, allowing that gap to start be opening up by Armani.
Mercedes moves, man.
Was the dad joke necessary, Ian?
He had a decent amount of mistakes in that lead run there.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely a lot to talk about. Yeah, sure thing.
Can I get a replay?
Get you a replay of that first run really quick. As it is up now.
I'd say if they're watching to the stream, Faded needs to throw down an absolute banger lead run. And on Armani's side, he's got to have a pretty substantial chase to make up for the mistakes he had.
Yep.
I mean, the thing too, when you're running a car with that much speed, it's just really hard to check up.
Yeah, he was off on the inner line.
Yeah.
Didn't fill out in the complete outer zone, so he's kind of running away a little bit. So Armani or the 15, yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Are we ready?
Okay. Yep. Go ahead and send the next run.
All right. So Faded going to get their chance at the lead. You've seen him sauce it a couple of times. He knows what he's doing up there in the lead. Faded, so far one of the more stylish drivers we've seen today, alongside a couple others. See what he's got for his lead in the first Grade 8 battle of Outrun number 10. Gap being shown. That S15 checking out a little bit into the sunset. Peyton, that white line to the inside as well. Ooh. And a bobble and chase for Armani causes a little bit of a loss of proximity. Closes in nicely for the power alley and back into the door. Pushing into the wheel well. Not quite matching the tire tracks, however. And Faded with some giant angle up in the lead for the S15. banging off the limiter through the exit of the corner.
That was a great lead run.
It was a great lead run.
All right, I feel like we're gonna need a side-by-side for that one.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and cue it up. Again, for those of you in the Streamland, if you do want to see the replays, if you go over to twitch.tv/Chevette924, that is our production feed for today. You can go ahead and then catch the replays that we're talking about over there. I really liked the matching proximity going into turn 1 for Armani, but unfortunately that bobble really caused him to lose out quite a bit. He had a lot to make up, but he did okay on the catch-up. He really wasn't really out of the picture for the entirety of the battle.
On lead run, Faded hit everything except the very last outside. Armani pretty much messed up at some level on all his clips on his lead.
I'm going to vote for it one more time. I think both drivers could have done a better job, to be honest.
Just drives into him.
Yeah, I just think I think they're both fantastic, but I think they both made pretty sizable mistakes in both the lead and the chase positions. I'd like to see it again. That's my vote.
Just watching the follows one more time.
I really like seeing this level of competition after such a extended break for a lot of drivers. I know they've been in a couple of competitions recently. You know, these drivers are not strangers to the game, but it's cool to see this level in a comp that's been dead for almost 8 months. So we appreciate everybody coming out, putting in some decent practice as well, making sure that you on your A game for Outrun Open number 10. Can't be understated enough. You guys are the real MVPs for putting in the time today.
What I'm stoked about is the way we do signups, how it's just first come, first serve, first 32 or the first 40 people are in. We have varied names. We have guys like Giraffe that, you know, could potentially win the whole thing and like win something like an ESDA event or a big strong event. And then I have names that I've personally never seen drive before, names that I know are relatively new to the drifting scene. So that the skill gap is varied, but that's kind of what we're looking for. So you get a chance to drive against some good people, and you get a chance to drive some people against your skill level.
I would give it Faded.
You're giving it to Faded? All right, so I guess it's going to be on me then.
Yeah.
It's on you, buddy. I'm at one more time. He's at Faded. It's on you. You're the axe. You're the axe.
Come on, Andy. Honestly, give us a call, buddy.
I did like the consistency of Faded. Not really making any major mistakes in his lead as well. I didn't really see any tire drops either from Faded's lead as well. Does lose out on proximity, but I think the inconsistencies from Armani is enough to give TSC Faded the win, I believe.
Okay.
That is my vote.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
And with that, TSC Faded takes down Toyo Armani. He will be advancing to your final 4, and that is going to do it for lobby number 1. Again, guys, my name is Ian Plash, your lead commentator today, Keenan Kusin, co-commentator and producer today, Ryan Litteral and Westies as your 2 main judges today, and then I'm stepping in for your 3rd judge should we need a tie-break decision. Thank you so much for coming out and supporting what we do in the Outrun Open. So windy boy over there, Westies. You okay?
No, that's not me. That's Ryan. Don't blame me.
All right, I'll be ready.
I'm good.
All right, someone ready? So RTR versus Maserati battle. Let's start off with lobby number 2. Loving the chassis choice for the chase driver.
It's a good car.
Next up, Ninja. Up in the lead. Throws it into turn 1. Gap being shown, but misses for sure on that inside. Will we see an overtake? Looking for it. Not quite there, but he's going to do it anyways with a very clean overtake on an Optic Ninja. And unfortunately, Ninja, shuts it down, knowing they made the mistake. And that's going to be run number 1 for Not. He's going to be at a big disadvantage going into the second half of this battle.
That's an F. Hate to see it.
You can kind of see it in the attitude of that Mustang. He didn't quite have the angle set soon enough. A little weight in that initiation point, and pushes out wide as a result.
So for people who again, we have a lot of new names here, which, hello, welcome. For those who are a little bit unaware on Initiate How Drifting works, again, not a race, that much is clear, but if you overtake the lead car has to be offline, has to be a clean overtake. You can't just, like, change your line, cut the lead car out, and shove them out of the way to pass. But in that case, the Mustang was off course, if not all 4 tires off course. The chase car really had nowhere to go, so the overtake was I would say debatably clean. It looked clean to me, but I was also like half paying attention. So just to explain
I have the
that a
replay
little
just
more.
in case.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was pressing buttons, right? So that's what I mean. Like, I wasn't super paying attention, but production's ready. Puppet, whenever you want.
Second half of the battle, then Sylvie's going to give their chance at the lead in that beautiful Maserati, very well painted as well. Love seeing those colors being
Both
represented.
these cars are pretty.
Yeah, very nice paint as well on the Chase
That
driver.
launch, though.
You get off the line and bangs off the rimmer before exiting the roll. And yeah, Mustang Ninja not quite there in the picture. Sylvie paints that inside line beautifully. Doesn't quite get out to the outer, though. Transitions across to get back into turn 2 and very wide going in. A couple of mistakes in the lead, but Ninja not really close enough to capitalize on those mistakes. And Sylvie, without any major deductions, is going to be able to go ahead and finish it out.
Yeah, I'd give that to Sylvie. Not the best battle, but he definitely for sure was dominant in there.
It's the only one of them was sitting on a 0. Not a whole lot you can do.
Yeah, ARCs. That's an ARCs 8, right?
Maserati.
Oh,
Maserati RX.
Dang, the disrespect. The disrespect. The disrespect.
And with that,
Oh,
Sylvie
shit.
advancing to
That's that car knowledge for everybody.
Maserati. Maserati RX-8. It's all the same shit.
You know they look the same. They're about
It's all the same shit.
Same motor. Yeah.
All right, so next battle on deck, it's going to be Fawnin in the lead versus TTL Prophet and Chase. Now, is that the former Outlaw Prophet?
Yes,
I would know in chat.
When I invited him, I saw the profile picture.
Okay. So, Outlaw Prophet.
Might also not even be on TTL anymore.
True.
Because
Definitely.
He's got an AOM paint job.
He's got an AOM paint on it, yeah.
Pick one!
Jesus.
Have some loyalty. You children today know nothing about team loyalty.
But again, Prophet, no stranger to Outrun. I think he's been here for nearly every single one of the opens that we will have, if not like 80% of them.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why. There's a reason why when we were active, that Prophet was doing well in every other tournament because Prophet was one of those guys that just came in here, got a ton of seat time. He didn't always win, but always did pretty well and always improved. So I mean, this is what he can do for you.
Yeah, and Fawnin also making a return to the Outrun Open. I believe they were at
one of the Long Beach.
Yeah, it was okay. Go ahead, by the way, Puppet. It was that Long Beach, and they were also there fighting Miss Stance Queen at North Corkscrew.
Yes,
as well.
In the same car.
Very fun battle. In the exact same car, yeah. Good to see some throwback paint schemes making a return here for the Outrun Open. Back into turn 1 then. Prophet and Chase. Fawnin. Big flick into 1, but pushes it wide. That's going to be another opportunity. 2 overtakes in a row.
That was good. That was good.
Very, very clean pass.
That was good.
OM Prophet, TTL Prophet. We don't know. It's just Prophet. We've seen this time and time again. Real clean. And yeah, Fawnin not able to sit in the picture.
That was dope.
I mean,
didn't even make any.
I had a thought while we were posting up here. I'm like, should we just did corner judges? Throw it right back. Who's parking on the transition to be the hit, or to be the wall? Get the limo out there. Real fun.
D-wall.
But yeah, we entered. Well, I think it was just entering late. I don't know what else it would have been there. Just looked like a little bit of a late entry, and then the car didn't pitch at the right angle, and away she goes. The way of the road. I'm a little upset as a fellow Jag enthusiast, but
Jag. You said it incorrectly. You say you're a Jag enthusiast.
M3 paint job for me for speed on there. So.
Look, you said you're a Jag enthusiast, but you didn't say it with the gusto, so I'm disappointed.
Do you want me? I would say I would threaten to come to your house, but I'm way too tired to do that. So I mean, you win this one.
Said when ready. All right, so at this point, Prophet just needs to throw down something safe, and at this point, for Fawnin and Chase, just get saucy with it, get aggressive, do your thing, get in the door. This is your opportunity to put it to some of the best drift competition you're going to go up against. Prophet with a big flick back into turn number 1. Fawnin just really not there in the picture. Gave it a couple of reps on the throttle, not really able to keep it in the picture. Slow transition as well, and Prophet, you see him out in the distance, just checking out. This man is on a mission today to put it down big. That was a real solid run.
That was Prophet's qualifying runs, right?
Probably, yeah.
I saw one tire off on the lead, but that's like
S14 Prophet. That was that's a win for me.
All right, and with that, and the same for you, Westies, so let's make it official.
Yep. Yeah.
All right,
That's a win for
TTL
me.
Profit advances to the next round of competition. He'll be in the top 16 versus Sylvie. Next up, this will be a fun one, Keenan. TDR Boy up in the lead versus TSC Dakota. Dakota,
My shortest
stranger.
yeah boy ever.
yeah, boy.
Yeah, I did it earlier and it made me feel worse. So never, that's it, never again.
So TDR Boy, we saw him in the Hately comp a couple of weeks ago. Had a pretty solid run as well. I think he made it to 16 or at least grade 8 if I remember.
So. Yeah, I think it was grade 8.
And TSC Dakota, former Outrun winner as well, former ESDA winner as well. Very solid driver.
And Dakota knows what he's doing. Dakota's been around for forever and a year or two, so.
Yeah, this will be a fun one. TDR, the Drift Royals. We see him all over the place. Keith with us constantly. Boy making, I believe, his Outrun debut. Someone ready? So Shelby Mustang versus R35. Continuing your top 32 action in lobby number 2. TDR Boy gets down to the inside. Not a lousy angle for that TTR. And way off course as a result. You can see it from the initiation. He wanted to set the angle, but it just was never where he wanted the car to be pointed. And straight off the track. Big understeer for TDR Boy.
Did somebody forget to warm up their tires?
Dude, who put down the oil slick in turn 1? Everyone's going off.
What a shame.
Yeah, I didn't know we were playing Mario Kart today, boys.
I mean, we will be in about 3 hours.
Yeah, you're right.
Which, by the way, for those of you interested and you have a Assetto Corsa, you want to do some more drifting with us, we're going to have open track action here at Outrun for the Outrun Open After Party on Assetto Corsa. You need to see the links we have provided in our Discord in the event section on the Assetto Corsa text channel group. I don't think I have them all grouped together just yet, but I believe the now playing or currently on server channel, whatever the hell it's called, has the WDT Street Pack as well as one of the courses we'll be running. I'll be sure to post that all later, but be sure you guys tune in for that. Someone ready. The second half of this battle, Dakota up in the lead. So if you guys want to come in and join us for some fun, we're going to do a kart race. We're going to do some more drifting. Keep the party going here at Outrun for our big return for round number 10. I can't talk anymore, Keenan. How did you do this for like 6 hours straight?
With difficulty.
So Dakota in the lead. Big angle for that Mustang in that lead position, able to keep it down to the inside, and look at that sauce on the exit of turn 1 as well. TDR Boy making up for his mistakes in his lead by keeping it in the picture. Not quite in the door is he in that chase position, but Dakota, not necessarily one of the cleanest leads we've seen, but it's exactly what you need to do to finish it out and be safe.
Yeah, Dakota's going to get that.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure it's pretty clear.
Yeah.
But,
that's exactly what you need to be overzealous in any ways together.
All right.
All right, we got Domo Arigato, Mr. Roboto, Ryan Litteral joining us with the potato winner.
I was going to say, that's a great
one. The car that kept it on the track won.
Next battle is going to be Brady versus Chris Ruggiero. That is going to be your last top 32 battle. Number 2.
Thank you, Ryan. Very cool.
You're very welcome.
Hey, look, now he sounds like Ian last night trying out all them little mic features.
This is not a soundboard.
Dude, I didn't know we were playing Fortnite. Whose kid is this?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to break him. All right, who's going? Who do we need to be spectating?
We have Brady, so BRVDE, because he's cool and edgy, versus Chris Ruggiero in the S15.
Bravati? All right.
Bravati. I like yours better. I'm going to go with that one.
I love how you guys you just ignored my bullshit.
My dude said he got that Bravati, baby. I'm on Bravati. I'm on Bravati.
You guys
all throughout your body. Blow through you like a 12-gauge shotty.
Cinnamon ready. I'm a little late. I'm gonna be a little late on this, but I'm gonna do it anyway because it's here.
So Brady up in the lead. We've seen him in drift time and time again.
DJ Khaled.
Motorsport 7. Chris Ruggiero, another returning member of Outrun. Back into one for the continuation
that's
of
a curve.
really solid lead for Brady. And a couple of mistakes in chase for Chris. Not quite able to match the angle up in the lead. Charges late, going into turn 2. Pushes a little wide as a result, though. And Brady, safe lead, keeps it on line. Really solid job in the BMW to keep out the first one.
That was a little
That
bit
was
of...
Bravati.
God damn it.
Is that Sylvester Stallone?
That was all Bravati.
That's Sylvester Stallone right there.
Yo, Adrian!
Why does bravati sound like a lunch meat? Why does that sound like some sort of lunch meat?
Can I get extra bravati on my sourdough? On my sourdough, please.
I mean, I am hungry. I'm mad we just changed his name. I'm sorry.
For those of you curious, Jack Daniels up your nostrils does not feel good.
Ian, that's not where it goes, Ian.
Oh!
That's not where it goes, Ian. What are you doing?
No, that's how you cure Corona. Did you not get the memo?
Oh, yeah, you got to inject the Lysol. That's right. I forgot about that. Whew. Good Lord. All right, second half of the battle. Chris up in the lead.
We're good to go here, and that's it. We're ready to go.
7 ready. Oh, my God, that burns.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Chris is here. Oh, my God, Keenan, take this. Ah.
All right, Chris leading. Pastrami giving chase. Chris with a good entry here. Good angle. Oh, big, a little bit of a flick there. I don't know if that was just lag or what that was. Brady right there with him. Oh, Chris caught up by the crumble strip. That's at least 2 in the grass. Don't like to see that. Brady kind of giving him some room to maneuver. Coming out to the outer corner. One on the... Oh, Chris just threw it away there.
Yeah.
No bueno.
Yeah. Bravade gets the win.
Is he good?
Bravati, grazie ragazzi. Bravati moves on to the next round of competition.
Is that Pastrami getting the win?
Yes, that is Pastrami getting the win.
All
I
right,
think.
good job, Ravioli. You did it. Proud of you.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and let them grab tires. This will be Sylvie versus TTL Profit as your first top 16 of lobby number 2. Sylvie will be leading. Profit will be giving chase.
How many more lunch meat puns can I come up with? Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen.
So long as we don't delve into like Bertolli and shit, I'm good.
You know what? I had to think about an Italian sounding lunch meat there, or a sandwich meat, and I was like, salami? No, it's not enough syllables. Which already was just too much effort. I gave up.
You know we've delved too far if you start saying like cilantro and shit.
That's not meat, Ian.
I know.
That's a plant.
You're a plant.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
I'll try my best.
So lots of fun so far in this round. I must say, good battle so far. Definitely the lobby of mistakes in comparison to lobby number 1, needless to say. But it's all right. We're here to learn. We're here to figure it out and just throw down and have some fun. And that's what Outrun is all about. Really love seeing the support, guys. Again, we filled up our top 32 bracket in 1 minute and 15 seconds. That's fucking insane. I can't believe that.
All right, we're just waiting for one car to come back, and then we should be good. Yeah, Brady's on the return trip, so as soon as Brady's back, we're good to go.
Okay.
That was more for Puppet than it was for you, but I guess that works.
Thank you, Arrow. Very cool.
You're welcome.
What cars do we have up right now? Is that still...
Profit is who you're spectating.
It'll be Sylvie in the RX-8. Profit giving chase.
They look damn similar from the front. Don't you argue with me on that.
Yeah.
Don't you argue with me on that.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of see.
I mean, I'm gonna argue with you on that.
All right. 7 ready, Puppet. Here we go for your first top 16 battle.
Okay, he's cool. We're good.
Wanted the gappening. Bangs off limiter again off the line. And back into turn number 1. Big angle for the Maserati. Right across that line as well, but Profit not letting him get away. Pushes out a little bit shallow on the exit of turn number 1, but big angle once again for the lead. Seeing another overtake. Profit taking another overtake. 2 for 2 so far in lobby number 2 for TTL Profit.
Dude, Profit's playing a different video.
Damn, that dude's on a mission.
Yeah.
That dude's on a mission.
I just noticed something too that may have caused that. I just looked at the rear camber in this Maserati, and it's something. It's
If you watch the replay when he goes in that second corner, you see he has to hold his wheels straight for a good like 2-3 seconds before counter steering again, and I think he's on a wheel, and that's not a good look.
Is this dude running the same amount of camber in the rear as he is the front?
I think he's Forza 2 spec on that. There's just a big boy in the camber in the rear.
Just so it's not a problem.
It's okay. We'll work through it though. It is what it is. Still, it's not over yet. Profit can make you
we're not a non-smoking community right now.
Ryan, we can hear whoever that is.
Yeah.
We're trying to get
Okay.
It's all good, brother. All right, second half of your top 16 battles.
And I've already sent emails to him.
and Sylvie and Chase. Here we go off the line.
That's
It's all good. All right, so let's see what Profit's got. Up in the lead. Initiates back into turn number 1. Gets down to that inside line. A couple of small corrections. Keep it down there, but does so nonetheless. Good job matching the tire tracks. Is Sylvie in Chase, but not quite there in proximity, but still at least keeping it in the picture for this battle. Really good job chasing what happened. Why the final corner, 2 tires are going to be off there as I say that, but still nothing to hang their head about. At least still be doing something good there for their chase run.
yeah, profit for sure. In my book.
Yep.
I mean, after an overtake, I don't think we really need to ask, but I appreciate it anyway.
Yeah, he washed out. You know, it's not like it was a forced overtake either. You know, and I think that's a big important aspect here too. Both of his overtakes and his battles have been justifiably him staying on the correct line and the lead driver washing out and providing opportunity to be overtaken. All
right, and with that, we got one more top 16 battle of lobby number 2.
He did the right move.
Stop it!
TSC the lead versus Bravado
He did the right move.
in the chase position.
Due to my calculations, that was the correct maneuver.
Sound like the aliens from Toy Story.
So, strangers from the outside.
I am still collecting royalty checks from that.
Fuck off.
Here we go. Yes, versus Brady in Chase. Rip Royals versus TSC.
Alright, we're good to go, boys. Thank you, Puppy.
Shit, Arrow did it.
I love you.
I love you too.
Back into turn number 1. Dakota sends it into turn number 1, and oh, Brady not quite ready for the speed that the Shelby had up in the front. Had to lift off the throttle to Dakota, making a correction to not go off course. That's going to allow the chase driver in the BMW to catch back up, but still not really there in the picture. Matching the tire tracks decently, but just really hasn't been there after that big mistake on the initiation of turn number 1. Brady not quite able to match what Dakota did.
Yeah, really smooth out front. Really smooth.
It's a very good yes.
Damn, Ryan, somebody says you sound like their mother.
Oh, wait,
I don't know if that's an insult to him, to you, or to her.
What was that? It sounded like my mother.
It sounds like his mother.
You sound like that person's mother. Apparently their mother is a robot.
Looking real smooth there, Johnny. Just like your dad. It's looking real smooth.
I didn't
real
like that.
slender.
I need therapy.
Real sleek.
Absolutely need therapy now. Anyone got this?
Yo, I did that. I'm telling you, someone's mother was the furthest thing from my mind. I have no idea where Wesley's mind and his thought process is
That's not my
today,
mind. That's somebody's.
but that was the furthest thing from my mind, bro.
If there, good dissent, clear dissent. If there's one sentence that I want from today was someone's mother was furthest from my mind. That's. I want that on a T-shirt. Just one. This one. Just one T-shirt. There's only
That's
one.
the first time he said that.
All right, well, it's not over yet. Brady needs to put down something special for that lead, and maybe, just maybe, they can force a mistake in chase. Let's see what's going to happen here. Brady really solid lead in their first battle, and that's not how you want to open up a lead run, pushing very wide on the inside of turn number 1. Kind of paying some respects in chase, not allowing the car to get too close to the potential mistakes from Brady, but keeping it in the picture much closer on proximity this time around. Brady hitting a
almost
small
lost
gap on
angle
the
there.
exit,
Yeah, I was gonna say
but
that. He
still get in the picture.
didn't quite get the angle he was looking for there at the end. Looks like he was waiting for the car to like kind of rotate, and it just never did.
Was him playing it safe.
Yeah, I almost bit him. Almost bit him. Almost bit him.
Yeah, I'm gonna give that to Mr. Dakota.
Yeah, same here.
This is gonna be a scrap, boys, for top 8. Holy moly!
All right, Dakota and Prophet, you haven't grabbed tires. This is your opportunity to do so. Please feel free to. This is going straight into your battle.
I feel like I don't know, just based off of what I know for both these guys, I feel like Prophet will absolutely do that, and Dakota's turning around.
Dakota turned it around.
Like Dakota's just gonna send it.
So now we have this little null in the action. I'm gonna go ahead and pick the brain of Ryan Litteral again real quick, since we're about halfway through our tournament. As we mentioned before earlier in the broadcast, you yourself have another tournament coming up pretty soon. If you guys want to give the information on that one for those out there in Twitch if they want to participate.
Yeah, so on May 2nd, Saturday, we're having a top 16 team tandem competition comprising teams of 5 members. I mean, obviously you can be in a team larger than that, but it's going to be a 5-car team tandem competition. And then after that, each team is going to appoint a team representative to go head-to-head with all the other teams' best drivers for a 1v1 top 16 shootout, which the grand prize is comprised of $5,000 of cash and prizes. So we have, me and myself and my other people that I'm putting this event on, we put $1,000 of our own money into. And then each driver we're requiring, have a buy-in of $20, and that goes into the prize pool for the grand prize for first place of the top 16 1v1. Power Stop Brakes is on board for first place as a complete brake kit for any of their vehicles comprising of caliper, rotor, and pads. GT Radial is going to give 8 tires to the winner as well, of whatever size of their choice. NRG is going to be giving out quick releases on, as well as my own signature steering wheel for each member of the team. Who else do we have? Driftflix is donating $250 to the prize pool on top of apparel. We have Heritage Wheel is also giving a set of monoblocks to someone, any of their cars as well. So there's a lot of good stuff to win at this competition. And another interesting fact, too, is whoever wins for the top 16 1v1, they have to equally break off each of their team members who participated in the monetary. So it's all about a community aspect. It's all about a community aspect. So it's like, whoever you appoint for your team better be a hammer. Like this dude passing everybody right here, he's the guy that I would pick right there. Like you pass your ass all the way to the front. All right.
I think you're seeing a lot of these teams that might show up. TSC is another one that when I saw the clip of 5, I had like 5 teams in my head that were really going to show up for it. Same when Ready Puppet. TSC is one of them. AOM as well has been really dialing it in, getting everything figured out. Especially they got Prophet as a brand new pickup. Prophet is debatably one of the strongest guys in the game when it comes to 1v1.
Yep, and if you guys want more information on that comp and how you can sign up, feel free to join that Discord. That's going to have all your information for the comp set and ready to go there. Thank you so much for joining us today, Ryan. We're only halfway done with Outrun Open round number 10. Prophet back into 1. This time not necessarily as consistent with the proximity to the inside line, but still pulling a decent gap. Not really in the picture is the Shelby and Chase. Going to close it in nicely into turn number 2. Matching the tire tracks, but once again, really not matching angle. But I must say, Prophet not throwing as much angle this time compared to the recent leads.
I think it's because he knows who's behind him, Ian. Like, he knows Dakota's good. He knows Dakota's skill level. It's not an unknown. Perhaps he hasn't battled people like Fauna or Sylvie, so he knows he's got to open up some gap, and that's something we've seen Prophet do before in other tournaments when he's aware of who he's up against. He's like, well, I got to open a little bit of gap, so I think that was possibly strategic, but we'll see if it works out for him here in the follow.
Yeah, you want to see the angle being able to restrict the speed of your car, though, especially when you miss an inside zone like turn 1 like that. Not enough angle trying to run away like that can cause you to completely miss out on the inside zone. You really saw Prophet not quite able to keep it on the inside through the entirety of turn 1. That is one thing Dakota could potentially take advantage of, but Prophet himself, he's got the speed as well. Go ahead. Are we ready?
Yep, we're good.
All right, he's got the speed himself, Prophet does, so he's going to absolutely put it on the door of Dakota. Dakota get to pull out some kind of a special strategy here for his lead as well. This is going to be your Grade 8 battle of lobby number 2, second half. Dakota in the lead. Prophet and Chase. Dakota with the angle.
Whoa.
Going into turn
he had to go for it, man.
Shoots himself in the foot with that big tire drop.
That was good, though.
The idea.
That was good.
Was beautiful,
that was
but he
good.
Unfortunately, brought it to the left side.
I like his spirit. I like his spirit. That was good.
Yeah.
That was good.
Damn. Oh. All right. Well, with that. All right, with that, do we have a decision? All right, so first battle of lobby number 3 will be SVR Blackout versus TDR Keith. I'm looking forward to this one. Keith, always a very loyal competitor here at the Outrun Open, and you were saying Blackout was one of the guys making their their run from like the racing side of things, Keaton?
Yeah, Blackout representing Solar Vision Racing. Solar Vision Racing, one of those teams that was in the Le Mans Esports series today. I just saw a graphic on Twitter while we were on break there. I think they placed somewhere in the middle of 5th or 6th, so congrats to SVR. Big friends, big homies of the drift community as well, but really stoked to see Blackout taking the initiative and really trying to drift, branch out and try something different. So welcome, Blackout. Hope you enjoy your stay here in the drift community, and again, good luck to SVR if the day is not over. But if it is, then congratulations for how you did today in the Le Mans Esports Series. Again, if you guys don't know, the idea of the Le Mans Esports Series, it's basically like the biggest payout in Forza, like on something like $200,000 in cash prizes. And I think the winner, like the final, is at Le Mans. Well, I don't know about this year, but
yeah, about that, Chief.
Yeah, I don't know about this year, but last year the finals was a team final at Le Mans. So it's pretty crazy and pretty wild to see. So looking forward to see how he does, see what practice he did. I'm a guy who's not experienced in this kind of driving at all. Going up against Keith, who not a great first round draw to somebody who's new.
No. Keith, we've seen him in Outrun make his way into Final Fours. I don't think he's made his way into a final yet, but I've definitely seen him in third place battles in Outrun, if I'm correct.
Yes,
I know he did Atlanta.
That was controller Keith. I think we're on wheel Keith now.
Oh, we're on. I haven't seen wheel Keith yet.
Don't call me out on that, but I think he's the wheel boy now.
I saw him posting on Twitter about it. I think he is on the wheel now. So this is a big step for a competitive Forza drifter, because you can do good things on a roller. Don't get me wrong. A roller does not make you completely inept and unable to win a battle. But, you know, a wheel is meta. The top guys use wheels. It's just how it is with Forza. That's what you got to do to be competitive. And we'll see if this is a new unlock Keith going into the end of Forza 7's lifetime and potentially Forza Motorsport 8. So SVR Blackout in the lead. GDR Keith in chase for your first battle of lobby number 3. Blackout. I'm not going to call this their drift debut in competition because I haven't seen them do anything else before. But at least for Outrun, this is the first time seeing them out. And we're glad to see Blackout out here. And in the competition, beautiful painted car up in lead position. We'll flick it into one with giant angle in the lead position. That was a really good way to start off.
Blackout.
Keith a little bit inside, but Keith pushes into the back of that car up in the lead. I was not recording the replay. I'm going to need a clip in chat, please. We need a clip in chat, please, for that one. And Blackout powers it out to finish. Keith running
roller boys.
I was going to say that lead car, because the meta is actually completely backwards for racing. I would say, ideally, again, drifting is pretty subjective. You can do whatever you want, but most people are running wheel with normal steering, and drifting is completely opposite, or racing is completely opposite. Sim steering controller is usually where the fastest guys are. So I believe that Blackout, unless he has a wheel, and I'm not aware of it, Blackout is on a controller. And representing the controller boys, again, you don't need a wheel to get into drifting, which is kind of the whole point of what we're doing here today. Is like, if you're interested in it, you wanted to do it, nothing's stopping you. Just sign up, and you could be the next SVR Blackout. That was a pretty decent lead run.
Yeah. Do we have a clip? Anybody clip it?
I'm sure if there is, it's probably rendering.
Okay, we might need to go back on that one. I don't know if Keith charged or Blackout late transition.
That's a VOD.
Yeah.
We'll finish watching the rest of it, see what happens.
All right,
thank you. Send ready.
All right, second half of this battle, then Keith in the lead. Blackout and Chase. A very impressive debut. That was a really solid run thus far for Blackout. Let's see what they've got in their ability in the chase position. Keith off the 50 roll. Small gap starting to be shown, but not quite getting away. Really not able to pull a massive gap. And big mistake for Blackout. Washes out a little bit through the center of the corner. Not quite too angle like they had wanted. And Keith is going to take that opportunity to check out into the sunset. Keith not necessarily outline. And giant.
I don't think we need that clip now.
No, that's why I said just run it. See what happens first.
Blackout in their chase position, but still nothing to shake a stick at. That was a really beautiful way to open up your drift air quotes career with us here at Outrun.
That looked like nerves to me, man.
Yeah.
Nothing against
Well, that was that.
Yeah.
Yep, Keith gets the win.
Kind of a bummer. I would have liked to see Blackout on the follow. Again, I don't want to sound like biased or anything, but with how good that lead was, it gave me kind of hope that we were going to see something cool in the follow. But it doesn't always work out that way. It doesn't look like he got the angle that he was looking for, and then just kind of washed out. But can't win them all. Way she goes.
Yeah. All right. This will be Autoraker versus Serial Snow 8599. Autoraker, he was a very avid competitor with us here in the past at Outrun. He was actually one of our drivers that we had run a line for us at the Nürburgring for our demo video. So a very staple name here in the Outrun community. He's going to be going up in the lead versus Serial Snow. Serial Snow, I believe this will be one of his first attempts with us here in competition. I have not seen that name around yet. I
was going to say, unless you change his gamer tag, but if you change your gamer tag to Serial Snow, I'm not going to say that's a waste of money, but...
that's some shade.
Damn.
Listen, if you come in here, it's the same thing as when we used to run the Gran Turismo stuff. If you come in here with a goofy gamer tag, I'm going to say something at least once. At least once.
Okay, so in defense to those in GTS and in Gaming Drift Series, they can't use space. They have to be creative. They have to use like underscores.
Yeah, don't like, call yourself like Goofy Neighbor 1047. Like
he shot to Gaming Drift Series, by the way. Oh, OPO, Luke, congratulations on your championship, by the way. That was some badass stuff to watch. It was a really good season.
Ooh, there's another drag.
All right, here we go then. Second battle. Autoraker in the lead. Serial Snow making their Outrun debut in chase. Autoraker, typically an RX-8 driver. First time I've seen him in the Jag.
He wins.
Power off the line. And go into one. A little bit of an early initiation, but still gets down to the inside line. Okay, but that's a tire.
Oh, no, he does not win.
He does
not win at all.
The inside. Autoraker making many mistakes up in that lead position. Really unfortunate way, but it looks like Serial Snow not quite in the picture. Doesn't quite keep it into the door tracks the remainder of the run, but yeah, those 2 tire drops for Autoraker up in that lead position is a massive deficit. Also seeing UNK on the side of Autoraker's car.
That's not new. He's been on UK for a while. I just forgot.
I did not know that. Well, congratulations, Autoraker. I haven't spoke to you since the last time you competed with us, so congratulations on that pickup. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, as soon as a lot of the stronger, as soon as ESTA ended and a lot of the stronger guys were like, you know what, that Assetto course is pretty cool. UNK just started picking up the pieces, like from people who were on inactive teams or didn't have the chance to have a PC. They picked up a lot of the good Forza guys who were either free agents or on teams that weren't really active. So Autoraker being part of that, UNK getting stronger every month, it seems like now.
I'm really looking forward to the final form of UNK, especially when Forza 8 comes around, because I feel like they've been putting in the time when everyone else really hasn't been. So come the next title, we could be seeing some really good stuff out of that team. I hope to see them do really well in the next iteration of ESTA, for sure.
We're good to go.
So Serial Snow, and I believe that's a Dale Earnhardt style paint scheme as well.
Oh, for Dale.
On that Camaro up in the lead position.
3 judging zones for Dale. See that 3?
Serial Snow up in the lead. Initiates into one. A little bit left on the initiation, but still holds that angle beautifully. Really solid job so far in that Forza Edition Camaro. Up in lead position, pushes out wide through the center of turn 2. He recovers it, but that's
here comes Autoraker.
Shove into the door of that Camaro up in the lead position as they both finish out the run. Serial Snow, pretty solid lead.
20 years of trying, 20 years of frustration. Don't know if he's going to win that.
Yeah, that was not the best sets of runs.
No.
Autoraker dropped a couple tires. I can't say Serial did the same.
I have run number 2 up on full screen right now for replay if you need it.
Can you just put them side by side, please?
Sure thing. Get 1 second to cue that up. So definitely not perfect runs, but definitely a couple of contention points to speak of potentially. So we're going to go ahead on stream number 2, Chevette924. If you want to see that yourselves, side-by-side replays are up. Yeah, Autoraker, though, remember, though, those 2 tire drops in turn 1, that's pretty big. Those are 2 tires away.
Yeah, no. Yeah, but then the lead car, the lead car, or the chase car in run number 2, yeah, no.
I'm going to have to give it to Serial?
Yeah, I'm going to have to give it to Camaro. Yeah, Serial. Just the Jag is just too many mistakes.
20 years of trying, 20 years of frustration. Dale Earnhardt is going to win.
That'll be Serial Snow, 8599, advancing to the next round of competition.
All right, Serial, you can lose now. I got my joke in. That's all I wanted.
Damn.
The next up will be Trent Figure versus LSEM Chaos Fox. I believe for both of them, this is actually their Outrun debut.
Absolutely for Chaos Fox. I'm not quite sure for Trent. Trent, actually, I know him from Horizon. He was participating in like Horizon 3 tournaments. I jumped in one just to see what life was like over there. And I told him about Outrun, and he's like, you know what, maybe I'll come give that a shot. And he's been every other round, I think. Not as super regular, but definitely not his first time. Chaos Fox, though, also representing Team Lightspeed Esports, another one of those strong Forza racing teams. These guys are back. Oh, no, they're right. One of those strong racing teams representing Lightspeed Esports. Again, a lot of friends over there. But shout out to Lightspeed Esports. But I'm really excited to see how these guys do. Trent, we haven't seen in a while, and Chaos Fox, we have not seen at all.
Yeah, this is definitely an interesting car choice as well between the two of them. An R33 is not a common drift chassis for Trent Figure up in the lead position. Initiates. It's under the inside. Lots of angle for the chase driver, but not necessarily matching. Oh, one tire off, very close to two for Trent Figure in that lead position, and lots of angle up front. This is definitely some really sloppy drift on both ends of the spectrum. Both of them still keeping it to angle, though. Props to them running the lines, but still a couple of mistakes for the lead and chase in that run.
I need to see more throttle coming.
Your mouse on the screen is bothering the hell out of me.
It's gone. Oh, no, it's back. It's gone. It's because like it
I was
goes away
looking,
when
I was like, what's on my computer? What the hell is that?
That's me. My bad. It's whenever I have a mouse input, I have to do controller input for it to go away.
Judge's run number 1 is on full screen right now.
I wanted to see more throttle commitment from the BMW. If he would have stayed in power, he could have not had those issues of washing out. Trent also on Unknown as well. I knew him from somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, he got picked up by Unknown as well. He's like, he reminds me of Vicari, where he's always been in the R33. He's never really experimented with anything else, and I think that might that is a strong thing if you just pick a chassis and stick with it. Not always the best choice, but at least you have that comfortability or familiarity in the chassis. But Russell not looking too bad in his first Russell, aka Chaos Fox, not looking too bad in his first showing, but Trenton also looking pretty good out there in the lead.
All right, run number 2 then. Let's see what Russell
Yeah,
has.
definitely lead car. I think that BMW is I like a 6 Series.
Oh no, Russell!
Russell in the lead.
That's not the line, Russell!
Big understeer going into turn number 1, and unfortunately, if there were any contention points from run number 1 to speak of, that is probably going to put that to bed.
Yeah, because Trent had dropped 2, maybe 3 tires in his first run, but oof, yeah, Trent's gonna get the win from me now.
Yep.
All right, Trent.
That was a big mistake.
That was an oof and a half.
Yeah, it's one of the nuances of Silverstone that's a little difficult to pick up on, because like if you're throwing it at turn 1, it's a very throttle committee kind of corner. You have to set your angle early and just slam it, and if you get
if you try to make
an
adjustment past that point, you just wash out, and there's no saving you, and there's no bringing it back.
And I think Silverstone's too is because it's been so run for so long, and it's only really 2 corners. You have no room for error. Like if you're not putting down 80-point runs, like it's very obvious, especially to people like me, Ryan, Westies, and even Ian to some extent, who have been part of this scene for so long. We know what we're looking for, so you can't really get away with little issues.
Hey, I just want to say, you randomed the bracket, but you got all the U and K guys in the same lobby. What's up with that?
Yo,
man?
what's up with that?
You got something going on there?
All right, well, this is going to be KNC Giraffe versus UNK Cosmic. This is going to be a fun one, Keenan.
Before that, I just want to say shout out to Pit Viper Pat with the tier 1 subscription. Thanks for supporting the channel, my guy. Appreciate it. But yeah, I'm stoked for this. I saw this in the
good one.
Yeah, in terms of round 1s, this was my favorite one that I saw coming up. Cosmic. Both these guys actually, I don't know about Giraffe, but both these guys are no slouch. Giraffe, I don't know, he kind of showed up to every other outrun. Cosmic ran basically every one, so I'm excited to see how both these guys go. Yeah, Giraffe
that Audi's good.
Stupid. He's stupid. I hate him.
You talk about people who stay in the same car all the time. That's Giraffe and that Audi.
Giraffe and the Audi is the reason why I never left the Jag, because I'm like, if he can make that work, I can make the Jag work.
All right, so this will be your final top 32 battle of lobby number 3. KNC Giraffe up in the lead, UNK Cosmic in chase. Both these drivers are very, very stout with their machines. And look at that going into one. Cosmic open the door of Giraffe. Look at the contact even into the door. Look at all that angle for that wagon up in the lead. Ooh, UNK Cosmic potentially transitioning a little too soon. Going into turn 2. Yeah, you were absolutely right. Pinching himself off a little too far to the right side of the course. And that is really going to be detriment to him exiting the course 2 tires off as well. Exiting the final corner. Man, that was a very small mistake, but it really ended up causing a domino effect to the remainder of the course.
Yeah, well, it's like I just said it, man. Like, you can't make a mistake here. This track is so... I mean, it's called Simple Stone for a reason, but this is such a cut and dry track. It's pros and cons, right? It's easy to learn, but you can't do that because you lose so much time. Every mistake, it just looks so much worse than it actually is because of the oh, okay, Giraffe, that's some lag. Just because of the nature of this track. So I mean, your little thing like that where you transition a little late, and any other with like more clipping points and a little bit more technicality, maybe you wouldn't have noticed. But with that, Giraffe just was able to open up a gap, and Cosmic's on the back foot here now.
I'll see what Cosmic has in their lead. I've seen them before in a lot of their practice runs. Everywhere else they go, Cosmic, you know, he can do some pretty cool stuff in the lead position. Don't get me wrong. He's not a stranger to angle. Cosmic can do something pretty special here, I think. Giraffe probably going to be ready for, though. He's got nothing to lose by playing it a little bit safe. Let's see what he decides to do on this run. Big angle for that S13 in the lead position, but a little bit wide, unfortunately.
He thought about
Wagon Force up in the chase. Giraffe pushing into the door. All over the side of UNK Cosmic into the final corner.
Nice.
Stillwell all the way through the final corner. That is what you want to see in a chase run. Giraffe throwing it into the door.
He's got that American flag on the roof of his car. That's what that gave him the win right there.
It's the LS swapped outie, but it isn't. But it is. But it isn't.
Yeah, Giraffe gets the win for me.
Yep, same.
KNC Giraffe moves on to Stop.
You got it. You got it. You got it. You got it. Come on, baby. Come on. Give it to me, baby. Give it to me.
Let's go.
Today, Einstein.
Let's go.
Today, Junior.
So your next battle then, that was your final top 32 battle, TDR Keefe versus Serial Snow. Serial Snow with their first run here in the Outrun Open, taking down Auto Raker. We'll go up against TDR Keefe. This is going to be a fun one.
Race hell, praise it. Dega, baby. It's Dega, baby. All gas, no brakes, baby.
Also a reminder to Giraffe,
that
because
channel.
I didn't see you go back to the pits. You can go grab tires, my man. You don't need to go into your second battle with like 30% tire wear.
I'll tell you what, Ian. I'll tell you what, Plash. I fuck with the guinea horn. I fuck with the guinea horn. Come out of my brain, baby. My favorite YouTube video. It's a masterpiece. I've never wanted to stay away, but also go to Alabama so bad in my life.
That's all Bama, baby.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what? Looks fun, but I'm definitely way too foreign for this place. I will get stabbed.
Bama.
It looks like Trent Figure is also going to go ahead and run back and grab tires.
Yeah, it's a resource you can
Are we
have.
on Keefe?
Yep.
TDR Keefe?
So Keefe will be in the lead.
Followed by...
And Serial Snow will be in chase.
Dale.
So all the drivers who grab tires, please go ahead and park at the end of the course. Don't come back until this run is over, please. Production, are we ready?
Yep, production is ready. Got TDR Lettuce versus Cereal Bowl.
Thanks, I hated that.
You know what? If you can do it, I can do it too.
So Frosted Flakes in chase, going up against TDR Reefer up in the lead position. R35 initiates into turn 1, but oh, that's a mistake. TDR keep putting a tire onto the rumble, but not necessarily the cleanest of chases either, unfortunately. Looks like the Camaro in chase weren't able to put it together and really can't hold a consistent angle, and unfortunately that's going to allow Keefe, for him, to pull away off into the sunset. Really solid, consistent, smooth angle for Keefe for the remainder of the course. Barring that tire drop in the lead, that was still a pretty solid lead.
Yeah, I don't know what happened in the transition. The Camaro it looked like he was about to go offline, and instead of just going a little wide, he like stopped to stay online. I mean, like, yeah, sure, I guess you want to focus on your line, but I don't know if it was worth that risk.
Right.
This isn't the best track for controller versus wheels.
No, it's this is a gauntlet for the controller guys. It's not impossible, but
yeah, it's like a slower speed, less corner version of Lime Rock in that regard, where like it's just all smooth, consistent, flowy corners. And if you have a roller, you know, you got to make a lot of angle correction checks. Unless you're just like a god with your thumb when you're positioning, it's very difficult for the roller boys to keep up.
We miss you, Kami. Please come back. I understood
I was
that
talking
reference.
to him the other day.
I understood that reference. He's still alive?
Yeah. He lives in Atlanta now.
I was gonna say we just need to where production's ready. We just need to where are they now of everybody from Forza 2.
All right, Serial Snow in the lead. Let's see if they can do something saucy with their run at this battle.
Dale.
Push it into one. Lots of angle.
Dale.
Or that Camaro into the lead, pushing it out wide. One tire off onto the rumble. Not two, though. Doesn't completely drop the run onto the... Oh, Keith shut down?
What was that?
Keith potentially choking out the motor and not keeping the rear tires lit. That's going to be interesting to speak of now.
Did he miss a shift?
I'm gonna pull up the second.
Did he put it in neutral and park?
I didn't hear. I wasn't here listening. Oh yeah, Keith is.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and.
He just put F.
All right, replay is up. With audio as well. If you want to hear
that sucked. Did I get to use my Dale joke for the second time today?
I think they just didn't keep it in gear.
He said he stalled. So, I mean, that'll happen. Big turbo, you know.
Yeah.
Large Sututu boys. No, that's not.
All right, judges, with that, do we have a decision to be made?
Serial.
Oh, yeah, my Serial.
Let's go, Dale. Let's go, Dale.
Right.
Dale, yeah.
And in their debut, Serial Snow advances to the Grade 8 battle of third lobby. So next up, then, it's going to be Trent Figure in the lead versus KNC Giraffe in chase.
It's going to be a hard one for Trent. Not impossible. It's going to be tricky. Trent, like I said, one of those guys that came up from Horizon. You love to see it. Not that there's anything wrong with Horizon, but just to move the guys over to a game where it's a little bit more... It's a different animal. Yeah, it's a different animal. That's the correct way of putting it. Because I said I competed in both, right? Because a lot of people like to talk shit about Horizon competitive drifting and like the tournament scene over there. I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna talk shit about it, I might as well try it, and then I at least have grounds to stand on. It's still a good way to learn how to drive against other people. You're not struggling with your car or having to worry about your car as much. So stuff like being able to get close without making contact transitions, just learning your basics of tandem drifting it's a great way, a great thing for that Horizon does. Not so much worrying about tuning the car, driving the car, but it's a very good place to learn how to drive against people. Production is ready when you are. Perfect. Cool. Great. Awesome.
All right. So
thanks for
Trent Figure. Not calling this a David versus Goliath battle because, you know, anything can happen in drift. Unknown picking up Trent for a reason. He can do it pretty well, I like to say, with that pickup on the team. Unfortunately, just a little bit wide on the initiation for 2-1, but that's a big tire drop, actually. For Giraffe in the chase position, cutting a little bit of rumble strip on the inside, but a little bit wide as Trent.
Oh, but Trent had a bobble there too.
You're absolutely right. Not quite able to get back onto the power into the initiation for turn number 2. And all over the door is Giraffe in chase. Mistakes for both drivers, both lead in chase.
Both guys definitely need to step it up on this.
Yeah, that's a wash for both guys on that one.
Yeah,
that's pretty even for me. Both lead and chase making equal amount of mistakes.
Don't leave it in our hands.
Yep.
I said it, Westy, you can attest me to this. I said this before we ran the not Formula Drift round at Long Beach. I'm like, if Giraffe chooses to show up, he might win the whole thing. If he does not choose to show up, this is the kind of draft you get. Not necessarily like crashing or spinning or whatever, but little mistakes and weird foibles that you wouldn't have quite expected to make.
Yeah, nothing against him. I played.
He's good. Yeah, he's better than me.
With him a lot.
Okay,
we're
gonna finish up this run, but there's an investigation that I need to look into here after this battle.
Okay.
Something's going on. I'll let you know afterwards. So KNC Giraffe in the lead. This will be Trey and Chase. It really depends on the outcome, I'd like to say. We'll see what happens here. Here we go. Then Giraffe
I heard contact.
into turn number 1. Heavy contact all over the side and the back end of that Audi.
That was awesome.
in chase. The transitions across the bumper and pushes into the door, getting very aggressive in the chase position. But Giraffe with that smooth and consistent angle will check out into the sunset. Giraffe finishes out second half of that run strong.
Replays.
All right. See, so I can get you on stream run number 2 because I'm oh, well, I didn't record it all. Sorry, there was something going on in the background of Discord. I didn't get the initiation of one, but you get like 3/4 of the battle. I'm gonna need to find a way to get you the VOD for run number 1 because I was dealing with something on Discord.
If anybody had,
I'm gonna have to give it to Giraffe, in my personal opinion. From what I'm seeing,
Ian, I could step in for you if you need it.
Yeah, go for it.
I actually watched that one. I was gonna say it's either Giraffe or OMT. Giraffe. The only reason I'd say Giraffe is close, is because he pulled away at the end, but his lead run was pretty smooth. Trent was okay, but it's not quite his fault, but the little wavering in his follow and getting gapped at the end was like, it's a lot closer than making it sound, but.
I just wanted to see the contact on the Giraffe's contact when he was following. That's the only thing I wanted to look at one more time.
I'm putting it into private team chat right now.
When Giraffe was following, you said?
Yeah. I have the clip. It's in private team chat right now.
Yeah, Russell. Russell is also Chaos Fox. For people who don't get confused. It's a different kind of mentality coming into competitive drift. Where if it's a race, I feel for somebody who does a little bit of sim racing, a little bit of sim drifting, I'm never as nervous for a race as I am for an event, because of the time and the way that the event passes. A race is like cool. I can make a couple of mistakes. If I want to say the average racing driver, even the top level racing driver, still makes mistakes in almost every race, whether it's blowing an apex or missing a breaking point, whatever. You make one mistake in drifting, that's potentially you're out and you don't get to participate anymore. So it's a lot more stressful. It's a lot more dealing with pressure, even if it's just pressure from yourself. So it's a different mental game. It's a very, very big difference in terms of mental game between racing and drifting.
All right, yeah, I'll give it a Giraffe.
All right, so that's 2 for Giraffe.
Yeah, it's 2.5, 3.
Yep, 2 for. That's my vote is Giraffe.
All right, and that will be Giraffe advancing to face Serial Snow in your Grade 8 battle. I'm gonna need Kyojin and TSC Cookie to join me in general of Outrun after this.
Is it Kyojin or Kokujin?
Yeah, Kokujin. Yeah, I'm gonna need you both to join me in general chat after this Grade 8 battle goes off because I need to figure out exactly what's going on there. Then we can potentially talk about it afterwards.
Can you DM me what's going on or something?
It's some weird substitute situation, but there's something else going on. And we'll talk about it during the break. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what's going on.
I like being confused.
I'm just as confused as you are. Don't worry.
I know. I'm just making a joke.
Okay, so this is again going to be KNC Giraffe in chase versus Serial Snow in the lead position.
How many times do I have to spell giraffe before I get it right?
G-E-R-A-F-F.
Giraffe?
Yeah.
Giraffe.
Yeah.
I spelt it with a furraff at first, and then I spelled it giraffe. Both were definitely incorrect. And know how to spell this. All right. We gotta get these guys onto the line. Someone take this man. That goddamn Carol Baskin. Just waiting for Serial to make a move here.
Draskin tires.
Yep, got smart of a null in the action. Feel free, Keenan. I'm trying to figure out the situation.
Again, like we said here earlier in the broadcast, thank you guys for coming. It's been a hell of a day. 8 hours or so, or 8 hours, 8 months of inactivity from us at Outrun in terms of Forza competitions. It feels nice. Makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside to come back and have such a warm reception. Thank you to LC Racing as well for the host on Twitch. Appreciate it, my dude. Again, if anyone's watching, this is my personal channel. Maybe click the follow button or don't. I'm not your dad. Another thing too. Again, another it feels like we keep forcing to bring it up, but it's like one of the coolest things that I've heard of happening in Forza in a long time is the Lit Underground tournament that's happening, the 5-man team tournament. I haven't heard of team tournaments again in forever, since the FMDL days. Ryan, if you want to just touch on that again a little really quickly for those who may have not have heard before.
Mm-hmm.
Just to say that tons of money on the line. It's a 5-man team tournament with at one point one member of that team representing in a top 16. A lot of cash on the line. Big sponsors. Big
prizes. You get power stop brakes. You got Heritage Wheels as a sponsor, giving stuff away.
Yeah.
So you get a set of wheels. You can get a set of brakes. You just got to make sure that one guy you put in for your team is going to make it through.
Yeah, big opportunity. Yep. And
I want to see who the best is.
And you said too, you don't necessarily have to be on a team. You just need a group of 5.
You need a group of 5 that you can basically build a team for the event. Yeah, I mean, I want some presentation with it. Cars at least have to be one same color and all that. But yeah, it doesn't need to be an official team. It can just be a bunch of shredders, like guys like Bakari that aren't on a team. If they could team up with some of the guys like him, I think you guys could form something really, really solid that might stem into something deeper in the future.
I'm gonna call Bakari. Can I talk to that kid?
Simon ready.
Yeah, we're actually good. Thank you, Puppet. I love you. Thank you for listening to father, not uncle. Nobody noticed my little meme that I put in. I'm a little disappointed.
All right, Serial Snow in the lead. This is your 3rd Grade 8 battle. Giraffe in chase. Serial Snow in lead. Once again, does that really weird feint initiation where he gets down to the inside of the course a little early, riding the rumble strip all the way through 1 and 3 tires off of the course on the right side. Looks like the Spirit of Dale may not be living beyond the Grade 8 here for Outrun. 32 as Giraffe puts it onto the door anyway.
You say that, Ian, but I would argue that the Spirit of Dale is still alive and well because he lost it in turn 3 there.
Oh, I hate it. I hate it.
Giraffe in the lead. Serial Snow giving chase. Giraffe big gap on Serial. Going to have a lot smoother of a line. Serial really sacrificed the angle, trying to catch back up to him. And a little bit of a black screen, but it looks like we can still see. Big angle up front from Giraffe.
Good.
Couldn't quite hold it, but I don't think it's going to matter as the rockets come on in that Audi. Giraffe's got something on turn 2 on the drive off of turn 2 that nobody else has. That car is
righteous.
He may be a little tilted after not taking it. There's quite a delay on spectate. So here we go. Then
it's more fun if that's just making it.
Oh no, I could hear you. Now I've got to watch. Now I got to watch the run on spectate.
All right, so SR20 initiates. Oh, Bert dropping 2 tires on the inside of the course in chase. Unfortunately, really not matching the line and making some big mistakes. Really flicky though. Lots of style. Oh, man, SR20 is very smooth in this BMW up in that lead position. Putting down a pretty solid run. Definitely one to look up for, I like to say so far. That's probably a pretty big advantage going into the second half of this battle.
Yeah, I mean, Brett cleaned it up pretty good, but looking really, really good out there was SR20. I don't know if anyone's told him that's a BMW, though. I'm not sure if he's aware, but not an SR20 in there. I feel like you're cheating me. I've victimized.
He's been modded the game.
Do I need to send you to some therapy for this? Are you going to recover?
I needed therapy before we started today. Today was just the confirmation for me.
How are we feeling, by the way? You still down for the after party, or what's going on?
We're living.
All right. We'll figure it out. We still got probably about another hour of competition to go here. We're almost down to the end of it.
I wouldn't say that much, but we'll see.
Nah, maybe about 45 minutes or so. We'll see what happens. So drivers will switch it around. TSC Burt in the lead. See what SR20 can do in their chase.
Sounds like excuses, Dakota. I'm just joking. Just kidding.
All right. RX-7 versus BMW battle. Keeping the rotary, and it is Burt. That's the initiation with lots of style up in the lead, but once again dropping tires onto that inner rumble strip in the lead as well. All over the
where you going, Burt?
20, and even chasing Burt to the outside of the track as well. Not electing to take the overtake, actually electing to keep it in the tire tracks and matching the lead driver through and through. That's a run and a half right there.
Yeah,
lead
Burt
and
knows.
Chase
Burt knows.
Burt.
That sucks.
Yeah, Mr. E46.
They were both good, man. I loved Bert's angle coming into that last corner. It was awesome.
I read in Twitch chat that it's his first time being on, or not first time, but he's getting used to a new wheel and playing Forza on the PC. Anyone who's, even if you used a wheel on Xbox, switching to a PC
it's so hard. It's so hard. It's so hard. I couldn't even do it. He's going to have to give me his wheel settings because it's like impossible for me.
So the decision is unanimous, right? SR20?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, SR20 takes down TSC Burt. He'll be advancing to the next round of competition. Must say, that was some really good driving at SR20. I can't say I've remembered seeing that name around. I'm sure Keenan can delve into who they are.
I don't know who they are personally, but I've seen the name, and I know that they can drive.
Yeah, that was a very, very, very solid drive out of SR20, doing everything you'd expect in lead and chase. That's going to be one to look out for, I believe. Next up on deck, Hoot Wheels up in the lead versus Hart in chase.
Put some TV on.
Now,
Hoot is, again, one of those people that have improved a ton. And Harley as well. Harley, both these people actually have used Outrun as a platform to kind of improve as drivers, and again, what we love to see. But Hoot getting some wins, getting some round wins in the 350Z spec competition, which will be happening tomorrow, hosted by KNC. Harley, again, one of those guys that got better and better and better that every time we saw him in Outrun, so we'll have to see what he's been doing since the hiatus.
Yeah, Hoot saying time and time again, Discord, Twitch chat, the nerves are getting to her. Needless to say.
Especially being in the last lobby did not help.
You got all that time to watch everything that goes on before. You get to see the caliber of driving, the mistakes, and like, oh God, I need to throw down big, or otherwise I'm going to be the next person on the mistake reel. This jokes aside, Hoot has been looking forward to this round for a very long time. I think Hoot has been mentioning Outrun every single month since our hiatus. Who's been working with us over at GDS, commentating, and a staple with us here at Outrun Motorsports. And we can't thank you enough for all of that as well. And now we're going to see what Hoot can do in competition with their lead versus Harley in the chase position.
Hoot also representing Team Lightspeed Esports, so congratulations for the new pickup for them. Ryan Hooter in the lead.
Just need to get this lower part.
Harley chasing. Harley in the S13 all Nissan battle. Not the best entry from both of them. Hoot has been able to clean it up coming into the transition point here. Good job on that touch and go. Harley's going to have to close some ground. He starts doing sacrificing some angle, but Hoot not too bad up in the lead position there. Hoot, her line was great. Her angle was not so great, but it wasn't anything bad enough to make me hate it.
Hold on. You're saying that angle wasn't so great? Are we watching the same battle, Keenan?
Probably
not.
Yeah,
we're watching the same battle.
Keenan, Hoot's angle was huge. What do you want
on the
about?
third corner? On the third turn?
Listen, man.
It was inconsistent, is what I meant.
Well, I don't know if that was like Forza wag or if that was roller wag. I'm not sure what that was, but
I might have been getting some lag. Oh my God, the rear bumper.
All things considered, Hoot definitely doing a good job keeping it online in that R35 GTR.
Yeah, the line was super smooth.
Yeah, for sure. That's definitely something to be proud of going into the second half of this battle, potentially giving them a slight upper hand even, especially with the chase not being so good as well. Proximity for Harley was not there, so we'll see what Hoot's got this time for their chase and what Harley has for their lead.
All right, switch machine. Ian, let me call this one. Appreciate it. Thanks, man.
Yep.
Harley in the lead. Hoot giving chase. I'd like to see Hoot get a little aggressive on the chase here. That's the point of where they've needed to work on. Harley, good smooth entry. All got one on the green though. Hoot one off as well, possibly two.
Yeah.
That S13 is going to open up the gap here. Harley taking off from Hoot Wheels, but gaining a little bit. That was
Schlappy stuff.
Yeah, the yikes from both of them.
Yeah, side by side's gonna come up on the production stream because I feel like
thank you.
Yeah, there's gonna be a couple of things to talk about there. Definitely not a concrete decision being made, so we'll see what can be delved on here in the side by side, which is on screen now.
I thought this would be close, and I wasn't wrong.
No, not at all.
Hoot,
we're not wrong, rather, I should say.
Hoot, if you see all the tape and damage on the left side of her car, again, Hoot was there for Outrun at Long Beach, whichever number that was. I think it was 2 or 3. That was their first comp. So, I mean, regardless of who wins here, Hoot's come a long way.
I see a lot of tire drops from both.
I want to see one more time.
Yeah, I'm going to go with one more time, too.
Mm-hmm.
Just
yeah,
one more time.
Yeah, hard agree on that. I think like both drivers are going to bring their best on that one, and I think an OMT is definitely warranted in this case. I think they both can clean it up a little bit. Lots of tire drops in their leads and their chases. Hopefully this time they can clean it up and do a little better.
Another news. I only got 2 more slices of this pizza, and then it's all gone.
Want me to order you a pizza?
No, I cooked one while we were doing this.
All right, cool. Because I was not going to order you a pizza.
I mean, you can do one for later.
Got American Deli. What about that?
Yes.
You're not allowed
Give me some lemon pepper and teriyaki wings, please.
I got some right here. They opened one in LA.
Do they accept Canadian dollars?
Ever.
So, Keenan, do you think you're back in the rhythm? Do you want to start like going back and forth in commentary, or what do you want to do?
Sure, fine, we'll do it.
All right, cool. So this time, OMC, Hoot in the lead. We're going to see what they can clean up this time around. Really good on the line. Maybe this time they can clean up a little bit of their angle consistency, and maybe we can put a better. That's not a way you want to open it up, though, with a little bit of a wide line going into the first corner. Gonna have to make some corrections. 1 tire onto the rumble, not 2. No harm, no foul. But look at that angle for that R35 through turn 2 and all over that white line as well. Really solid line going through turn 2. All things considered, bearing in mind that person is also on a roller. Not easy to do. Not easy to do whatsoever, but being able to paint that line. Very well-tuned R35 and a really solid practice driver, I'd like to say there.
Again, I'd like to see a little bit more angle consistency at the end of the turn. But that might be the best competition run I've seen Hoot run, period. There is clear bias here.
Look, there is some bias, but also bear in mind, this is one of our faithful. We've seen them at their worst, we see them improve,
Ian,
and at this point, this is a good run.
Ian, one of these 2 people pays me money every month. Okay? Yeah, one of these 2 people pays my bills.
The good old twitch.tv/MrAeroHD subscriber bias.
Hit the subscribe button, please. I need money.
If you have Twitch Prime, please.
I'm so poor.
This second half of this battle, Harley up in the lead. Let's see if they can also make some improvements in their lead line. Maybe not drop some tires on the inside of turn 1. Hoot not letting Harley get any kind of a gap, and will initiate all over the door of that Sylvian lead position, but a gap starting to show. Harley not quite getting out to the outer either, starting to kind of run away with angle, really shallow, pushes out wide. Hoot needs to kind of get back into the picture here. Unfortunately, not going to do so to the second to last corner, and exits the course. Not really in the picture. Hoot, needs to put it together here. Unfortunately, it looks like once again this is going to go to a side-by-side. Judges agree?
I mean, for me, I think the S13 won. But if you guys need to see it, go ahead. Westies, you think so too?
Yeah.
S13 gets the win. But if you guys want to see it side-by-side, go ahead.
No, that's the decision right there. I was just curious if you wanted to see it or not. Harley going to be given the win. Harley advancing to the next round of competition. He'll be facing S.
Not knocking Hoot, though. Not knocking Hoot.
Compared to what I saw Hoot doing in their first times out here, like there's a giant meme video that blew up on Twitter of Hoot just absolutely obliterating somebody their first run out of competition. Outrun.
That was close. Yeah, that was real close.
This is
Just for Hoot, like again, one of the homies wanted. I mean, with anybody, I want to try to help out and explain kind of what win and loss.
You can have a couple.
I think the issue for Hoot there was very good angle, very aggressive first turn, and then just didn't look like a lack of confidence to back it up in turn 2, or just not maybe comfortable chasing that close because the proximity was there, and then as soon as he got to the transition, poof, Harley just took off.
He's already beaten his lady or what?
All right, so poor Pepit, by the way, our very loyal, and I think he's been our gate car for every single round we've ever done.
Pepit!
I was like, I gotta start paying that guy, but he's paying me, so I mean.
Puppet was talking about this. He felt pretty good about it, but then the substitute came in. He found out he's facing Toil J, and he was like, "Oh God, oh God." Let's see what that Solstice has in comparison to that Mustang up in the lead position. This is definitely going to be an uphill battle. Or our fully built 4-cylinder.
Come on, Puppet. I'm not even going to call this. Come on, Puppet.
Oh, no, that's
it's all right. It's fine. Throttle. Spin. Goal. Yeah. No, Puppet was there, but it just
Jay just killed that.
Yeah,
Jay.
yeah. Not take away from Jay.
Jay
Only one of these guys gives me $30 a month. So I mean, if Jay
Jay
wants
down
biased
like a-
commentary, he can have it too.
A great run.
Toyo J doing Toyo J things in that Pollock Mustang though, like that can't be understated. That's a really good lead.
I feel really embarrassed. Again, I'm going to say it a little bit more out loud since this comp's not as serious. We were talking about people that were going to do well in the Haitley not FD thing. And I think, no, Westies was like Toyo J. I'm like, yeah, I don't know what that is. And I feel like an asshole because Jay is actually sick. So, I feel like a jerk. I'm like, I don't know this. I don't know. Made me eat my goddamn words. Like, and then I drove with him after. Jay's fucking awesome. He's sick.
Yeah, poor Puppet has fully built that 4-cylinder stock motor on the Solstice, and he's saying there was too much grip on his like 245s.
Yeah, not a whole lot you can do with that engine. That chassis is whack in this game. He's just committing, and I respect it. So Jay in the chase, Puppet in the lead. See what he can do in the lead position. A little bit of a late entry. He's gonna go wide there.
Puppet, no!
He had to try, man. He had to try to open up some gap because Jay is in a not slow car, and he is a not slow driver. Puppet needs one, man. So I'm just gonna give it to him. Jay, you lose.
Jay with the win. He had 2 great lead runs in a row.
If Jay paid me $24.99 more than he does currently, maybe he'd get the win. But unfortunately, Puppet's going to be moving on.
And that's Toyo J advancing to the next round of competition. Puppet, our beloved gate car, he is down and dusted here in top 32 competition. We're sorry, dude, but we kind of saw that one coming from the get-go.
Puppet owes me 1 free kick to the jewels.
I think you need to subscribe to his Twitch channel or something after that one. Like.
Yeah. He owes me 1 free kick to the testicles because like nothing. I hadn't heard of Sharku before or Sharknu. I don't remember the username.
Westies, I think Puppet's coming back to take his spot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my bad. I'm not even paying attention.
He took her cheers.
Race is ending. So what's the race ending?
Someone finished the lap.
Someone finished the lap.
Yeah, I think someone grabbed tires and finished the lap.
Whoops-a-daisy.
Interesting.
That's what you get for taking my spot, Puppet. Now nobody can drift.
All right, we can just start right away. Not a big deal.
Yep. Okay. Well, everyone, please ready up as fast as you can. That way we can move on to.
I think everyone stays ready when it leaves.
Yeah. So our final top 32 battle of round number 10 will be TSC Cookie versus Tag Soup. The winner of that battle will go up against Toyo J in top 16.
In all seriousness, nothing wrong from Jay. Good job from him, especially as a super last minute. Hopefully this is everybody. Super last minute replacement. So great job from him.
Bro, we have 90 viewers right now.
We sure do. It's been hovering between 70 and 100 all day.
Oh yeah.
Where's my checkmark, Twitch, you bastards?
Hey, it's coming down to the thick of it, chat. If you got any friends who are a fan of drift and want to see some competitive drift on Forza, please do share that link around. Cloud us on Twitter, cloud us on Instagram. We don't care. Just share it around. Let's see if we can't hit that 100 mark by the end of this thing. Because, my God, coming into the final 4 of this, we already have TSC Faded, TTL Profit, and KNC Giraffe as your final 3 of 4 drivers guaranteed to be some fireworks on this final.
Yeah, Puppet has the same problem that that Ranga has with the Volvo. There's just not enough tire on that car. There's not a whole lot you can do with the tire options that it's given. But I mean, I also kind of get it. Like, why not just switch to a Mustang or whatever? But that's kind of like part of the fun, right? You pick a car that's kind of uncommon and see what you can do with it. And I think that car would be pretty good for like street tire stuff, like like an SSR, an SSE, or whatever's going on right now. That's street tires, but. For the high grip, like air quotes, competitive setups, it's not outmatched, I would say, just in build.
And I'm not gonna lie, right now with this next battle, I got a Tag Soup. This is gonna be the first time I think I've seen them compete before. Always good to see somebody new to Outrun competing. But I very clearly remember TSC Cookie in the what round was it? It was 2018. I believe it was him in the R34 at Suzuka. No, that was the Suzuka round. It was the first round that I've ever commentated for in Forza. And I remember watching him in ESDA in 2018 or 2017 even. I loved everything Cookie did up in his lead position. He was like the most stylish driver of the day for me in that round. You know, it was like one of those big, like kind of throwbacks for me because he was always one of my my favorites to watch.
Listen, Tag, we try not to remember Nürburgring. We pretend like that didn't happen. All right, it's just
Tag Soup at Nürburgring. Okay, I see. Yeah, thanks for coming out, Giraffe. It's cool to see you come out, dude. All right, here we go then. Final top 34 battle. TSC Cookie in the lead versus Tag Soup in their second Outrun appearance. Gap being shown, not electing to take the restart. And Cookie throws on the angle in that Camaro in the lead. Lots of tire drops in the chase position. Unfortunately for Tag Soup, not quite ready to match what Cookie's doing in the lead. Cookie making a mistake in the lead and not quite getting all of that inside zone. But again, when you make a mistake like that and the car in chase does not capitalize on it, isn't close enough to do so, unfortunately, that's not really going to be too much of a detriment to them, as not really in the picture, unfortunately, was Tag Soup through the entirety of that run.
Yeah, that's just something that you don't really think about until it's too late. You got to jump that start as a follow car, even start a little bit earlier than the lead car. And as soon as the gap was open, you just never saw the confidence in the Mustang.
So I'd definitely say at this point, Cookie's sitting on a pretty good advantage. I don't think I've seen them rock this chassis before. This may be one of the first times I've seen Cookie running the Forza Edition Camaro, but no stranger to Forza Drift is this chassis. This thing runs in Rousey's hands. He was running it in 2019, 2018. This thing is seen all over the place. It's one of the most stylish cars you can throw down, and no surprise, you know, this man, as I said, the style monster, picking a stylish car. Surprise, surprise. Let's see what he can do in the chase. This time something on the advantage. Doesn't need to get too aggressive. Tag Soup, though, nothing to lose. I'm expecting some pretty good things out of him this lead.
All right. Cookie opening up the gap a little bit, like closing it up, going to turn 1 as we head into turn 1 here. The second half of our last top 22 battle. Big angle, but gonna open the gap. Oh, no. Interesting. Cookie went for a pass, and the door closed. And just we've seen a lot of overtakes today. Didn't quite get the pass done. Again, not a bad lead run for the second half from Tag Soup. Cookie right there on the door, but I mean, it's pretty clear it's all going to come down to that contact.
Can I get a?
Can you get a?
It's a
what?
Yeah, Mike, your mic cut out.
What do you need?
Oh, can I? Can we get the side by side on that?
Oh, sure thing. Give me 1 second.
Because from what it looked like from my perspective is that he overcooked it, scrubbed down with too much with a lot of angle, and went wide and then cut back in.
Okay,
so he thought that he was so Cookie thinking that he was going to like pass him because he was going off track, not just to overtake him.
Yeah,
you know what I
Cookie's
mean?
line
Like
changed.
he did it as like an evasive thing. Let me see it.
Yeah, I saw what you saw. Like Soup went wide and then tried to cut back in to prevent the overtake.
Yeah. I'll look at that. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame that on him.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame that on the chase driver. No, that would be at fault for the lead for sure.
He shut the door. Always
yeah, but like, yeah, I mean, but he went way offline and then cut back in onto line.
He shut the door after inviting him in, so I mean, you can't do that.
He did the reverse vampire.
But hey, man, come in. Boom.
Jams are open. LOL, just kidding.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah,
that goes to TSC Cookie.
He invited him to the party, but gave him the wrong address.
Didn't give him the right address. He just opened the door, let him see everybody inside, and told him to get the fuck out.
It was like in high school when I got invited to a costume party, and I was the only one in the costume. That happens to everybody, right?
The Napa commercial with Michael Waltrip. I'm at the wrong track.
Let's play spin the bottle, but they just used Aero as the bottle. He didn't get to play the game.
Were you there or something? Or
TSC Cookie advancing to top 16. He'll be facing Toil J.
Yeah, I want to drive with some of these dudes, man. I mean, I have driven with some of these dudes, but I want to drive with more of these guys.
Start playing.
These guys
Start
are
playing
good.
more with me, dude. I know we have a lobby with like most of these dudes in there.
Are most of these guys on a controller or a wheel?
Wheel.
Wheel. Oh, okay, makes sense. Makes sense.
Hey, you can still hang on controller, Ryan. You can get it.
Oh, 100%. 100%. 20 years experience on the controller.
Right.
All right, so our next battle is going to be SR20 versus Harley. SR20 will be leading, and Harley will be getting chased.
This game looks
top 16.
Sorry.
This
game looks really good on PC. This game looks really good on PC.
It's a huge difference on PC, especially with the frame rate and the replay. It's
yeah. You see, I think on Xbox, the max graphics settings on PC is like high, but then you have Ultra on PC that adds just like that little extra, you know.
I'm only on like medium.
It's just a
medium
little
high. I'm not even on Ultra in this.
Yeah. And I have a 4K TV and an Xbox One X, and I just have 1080p monitors, and it looks pretty good.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
No, it's not bad. This game was always definitely shown on the visual side of things for sure. I've always appreciated about Forza.
Yeah,
it should be good. I didn't expect this to be Harley versus SR20. So the blue and purplish pink S13 versus the E46.
Yeah, I just want to know who I needed to be spectating.
Yeah, who's up next? Oh, is it
SR20?
Harley?
Harley and Chase, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is going to be, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more battles to go, including your third place. So we're getting down to the thick of things now.
Can we just do rock, paper, scissors for third place?
Well, either way, like, even...
Put him in the gulag!
So look, the way things are going right now, no matter who wins or loses your final 4 battles, third place and first place is going to be a banger.
It's going to be nuts, yeah.
Both of those battles are going to be crazy. I'm really looking forward to that. But we still got more to work through here. We still got to figure out between who SR20, Harley, Toyo J, and TSC Cookie even has the chance to fight in grade 8 and then to go against Giraffe in the final 4 as well.
I'm not going to sleep on Jay this time. I'm going to pick Jay. I'm going to pick Jay to win this side of the bracket. Not necessarily because I think he is going to win. I just want to make up for the fact that I slept on him before. All right, clear to send on our side, and let's get this first of our top 16 battles underway in this last lobby, or this last 32 lobby. I mean, SR20 in the lead in the BMW, Harley giving chase in the S13. Big jump there from the BMW. That was an aggressive flick. 8-bit Brian, where you at? Going into the transition, I'd like to see Harley close up a little bit. The flick again.
Nice.
That's not the first time he's done that either.
Nice.
That is just buttery smooth. I think someone's finally figured out sim steering there in front of us.
Can we get the replay on? Can you replay that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, that is.
Can you replay that?
Not to take away from Harley.
Sick.
That was
really cool.
He's got something figured out that I don't think anyone here really has figured out.
One tire off on the inside curve for 20, but it wasn't very big of a drop. But that flick, holy shit.
That was nuts. You know what? When just to call back to when Brian did it in the BMW, it looked unnatural. It was cool, but it didn't look natural and like fluid. Those flicks were fast, but not like, oh, I don't know how he caught that fast. Like he looks in control the whole time. That's what I liked about it.
Jesus. Yeah, that was fun.
Nice.
You love to see it.
Tag, I told you, man. I don't want to remember Nürburgring. There's a reason I forget. There's a reason I drink.
Hey, same. Cheers, boys.
Harley in the lead now. Let's see what he can do in the lead. SR20 going to give chase. See what that BMW can do in the follow position. Wide entry from Harley. Actually, SR20 going a little bit shallow. Both of them kind of meeting in the middle there. Oh! There goes for the flick transition, but a little bit too early. Harley going to go out wide, door open to gain some ground from SR20 right on the door of that S13.
Oh, pushes into him at the end, too.
SR20, big boy.
Disrespectful.
All right, judges.
SR20?
Yeah, I'll go with SR on that.
All right. SR20 gets the win. Go ahead and grab some tires.
It was good, though. Harley did good, too, though.
Yeah, no.
That was good.
You know, the proximity wasn't there for Harley's chase, but still respectable how they were able to match and at least keep up to pace with SR20 lead. So that was actually nothing to shake a stick at. That was really good for Harley.
Yeah.
Not to take away from Jay, but this might be a ripper. Toyo J versus TSC Cookie.
Yeah, this will be Toyo J in the lead, TSC Cookie in chase. This will be your
One
final top 16 battle of Outrun number 10. Toyo J, one of the guys that, you know, for Keenan and I, like we don't know this guy until recently, and you know, Westies was singing nothing but praises about him. We can see exactly why Toyo J has what it takes to go up against the likes of TSC Cookie and all of the guys up in Final Four. TSC Cookie has what it takes to throw down. Honestly, the drivers that are remaining right now, I can't complain because every single one of them could win this thing right now.
Strong.
This is a very strong remaining field here. We'll see what happens.
All right, good to go. Production side, whenever you're ready, Puppet.
By the way, thank you to everyone out on Twitch for all but a second. I saw 101 viewers on our viewer count, so thank you.
That's the second time we peaked over 100.
Thank you for supporting us here at Outrun. Toyo J in the lead. TSC Cookie and Chase. Toyo J with the big angle in the Mustang in the lead. Drops the tire onto that Roman strip. Unfortunately, Cookie gonna have to charge in here for the second corner to get some proximity back. Is a lot of angle for that Mustang in the lead. A lot of angle for the Camaro in Chase. A gap starting to be shown as both the drivers will exit out the course. Really solid lead for Toyo J, barring the one tire drop in. While the matching of the line was good in Chase for Cookie, never really quite in the door. The door was wide open. Toyo J putting down a really solid lead.
What I liked about Cookie is that Toyo or Jay kind of double apex that last turn. He can like hit the first, like it's one long zone, but he kind of like what you would do in a racing situation where you apex it, kind of let it come a little bit wide, then come back in again. Cookie followed him. Like his rear tires were in the tire tracks of Jay's rear tires, and it was very I hate to use the word fluid because like what does that even mean anyway at this point? but that was a very fluid chase from Cookie.
Did everything they needed to do to keep themselves in the picture for the second half of this battle. Now switching it around, Cookie, what does he have in that Forza Edition Camaro up in the lead position? What does the Mustang have in Chase? Second half of this battle, Cookie initiates. Lots of angle in the Camaro, a little bit shallow on the angle, a correction in the Mustang on Chase, not quite able to get into the door for the exit of the one, but gets in there for turn 2 across the bumper in the transition, and matching the tire tracks and pushes into the door through the exit of this course. Right. That was fire.
That was awesome.
Side by side.
That was awesome.
Barring seeing something in this replay, I think I've got a decision.
Yeah, we need a play-by-play on that.
Yeah, there you go, side by side up on stream number 2. This is really, really fun to watch.
Yeah, it's getting good now. Not that it wasn't good. This actually, driving-wise, probably one of the better outruns we've done, considering everybody, like, the varying skill level. We have seen some, like, wacky things, but, like, we haven't seen, like, a bunch of double zeros. Like,
right.
The skill level's really coming up all across the board.
I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to bias anything. I'll explain later, but I would go with Cookie as my call.
Really?
Yep.
All right.
Let me see it one more time.
Yep. Let's keep them rolling for you.
I think I know why, but I'm not going to take the words out of your mouth.
No way. Toyo J.
Well, I say that because Jay dropped tires, lead run, and that big bobble on first corner following, and Cookie just had a solid, perfect lead run, and he may have got gapped just a little bit at the end on his follow, but I mean, he never made any major mistakes. And if you want to call one tire drop and then the major bobble from Jay, that's 2 pretty big mistakes compared to Cookie's none.
I see with Toyo's lead run is just flawless, though.
But he dropped tire, so you can't be flawless.
Where?
Inside of turn 1.
First corner.
Let me see it again. On his lead?
Top left.
Yeah, I'm watching. I was just watching that.
Yeah, there was tire on curb there.
Yep. For a considerable distance.
Yeah. Well, if that's your call, I have a decision as well.
Yeah. Hey.
What do you think?
Tough.
So you still lean with Toyo J?
I just want to be sure. I just want to be sure before I say anything.
Because I'm feeling some energy in chat right now that I need to...
I mean, dude, like the follow from Jay and Lee, I mean, it's just like one little tire drop, but then he followed him too, which is what you're supposed to do.
Yep.
But that bobble, a huge bobble from Jay on the first corner, like that's a big bobble. Like Cookie had no mistakes.
And he's angled out, but I mean, dude... why did you call me today to judge this? Why did you put me in the position to judge this? Let me hear. Let me hear. Yeah, let me hear your. Let me hear your opinion. Yeah.
This is Outrun. Both drivers did things that I liked in their leads and chases. The proximity was a little better in a couple of different spots for Jay. The angle wasn't quite as good, Unfortunately, though, I do feel like Cookie did a better job at matching angle in his chase. However, because it was so goddamn close and it's just so up in the air right now, this is Outrun. We OMT to death here. I'm calling OMT.
Literally 3 different.
I want to see it again. I want to see it again.
Oh, there you go. You got
to see it
more
again.
times to me.
Put that on my profile. I just bullied Ryan Litteral into it one more time.
I want to see it one more time. No, because honestly, it was so good that I would love to see it again.
Yeah, for sure.
I would love to see it again. I think these guys deserve to go again.
Hey man, that's why you have different judges.
That's dope.
One more time till death. Let's go, boys.
Whenever you're ready.
but really, take your time.
There they go. All right.
I think they're dead.
Right, so again, Toyo J, you'll be leading. TSC Cookie, you'll be chasing for the first half of the battle.
Oh yeah, whoops. I mean, if Jay cleans up, like it's if it wasn't, I agreed with Wes. As soon as I thought about it, Wes is right. But like the proximity at the end was like such a good exclamation point.
Yeah.
He
really made up for it in his aggression and his precision to be online and to be that close. Like he really showed a lot of domination in that area. Not taking away from Cookie. Cookie did awesome too. He's smooth, fluid, lots of angle.
Oh, one tire off of Cookie.
I love his style. Look at these guys.
Going through the last corner here. Jay in the lead. Cookie giving chase. Oh, Jay 1-2 off.
Hey.
Oh.
I was about to say Jay, no mistakes, and Cookie with a tire off. Almost the reverse of what we saw. But that's so easy to do there, especially like that one zone, because you're not thinking. To the end of a run, your brain's basically turned off, and it's so easy to carry just a little bit too much speed or come off the corner just a little bit early, and that happened to Jay. So Jay, ooh, you don't like that. You hate to see that.
Yeah, I could kind of see it coming from the center of turn 2. Jay was just a little offline. He wasn't quite all the way to the inside, and that Mustang didn't have as much angle as we had seen before, so he carried so much momentum in the exit of 2, and you saw the 2 go off as a result. Really unfortunate, but again, it's not over yet. We'll see what happens. The tires are wearing, the grip levels change, and anything can happen here.
It's a war. It's a dogfight. It's locked in the cage here. Hell in a cell.
Glass shatters in the background.
Cookie in the lead. A little bit of a gap opened up by Jay. A big aggressive entry from both these guys. Jay nice and smooth, not dropping the tire like he did before. Cookie very nice in the lead, getting all of that touch and go, transitioning into turn 2. Jay right on the quarter panel, right in the pocket of Cookie. We talk about proximity. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Nice and smooth on the exit. That was textbook. From both of those guys, that was textbook.
I really wish the mistake didn't happen on the first half there, because that was a really fire second half, but yeah, the mistake.
That may be my favorite run of the day. Just both those, like those were both 90+ point runs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But with that drop.
Yeah.
That drop.
Cookie.
Yeah. Lead for lead. I even give that an advantage to Cookie as well, despite the drop as well. So yeah.
Jay, I'm sorry.
You know what? That just goes without saying, right? That just goes undisputed. Like, that just.
It's funny, y'all hyping it up.
It was meant to win. It's good.
Yeah, it's funny y'all hyping it up. Like Westy's big hyping up Jay, but like I wanted Jay to lose in that battle. Goddamn it! I voted for the other guy.
Cookie, you're on 4 runs on those tires. If you want to grab tires right now before you face SR20, please do so.
But no, that was dope. Yeah. That was definitely dope.
Yeah, I don't think Jay's got a lot to be ashamed of there. That was.
Oh no, he's super good driver.
That was beastly. Honestly, both the Toyo drivers who were in the competition today threw down hard today. I really appreciate that.
Both of them did really well.
So again, Cookie, if you want to grab tires, this is your time. Otherwise, you're going up against SR20 with 4 runs on those tires. So.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite leads and favorite chases of the day, and we've seen some really, really aggressive leads and some really, really aggressive chases. So. Not a lot to be ashamed of for either guy. One of those guys there. I thought it was Dale again. I got confused. I just saw the black Camaro. I was like, "What? He's back?"
All right. So now that we're coming down to the end of it, this is going to be SR20 versus TSC Cookie. The winner of this goes on to our final lobby. They'll be facing KNC Giraffe. Other side of your final 4 bracket, it's TSC Faded versus TTL Profit. Right now, we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 battles to go, I believe.
Yep, that's counting.
Remaining. We're getting down to the end of this thing.
4 plus 1, Ian.
everybody who is here supporting the stream, everybody who has been a part of our core base from the get-go, we appreciate you. We see those names out every single time in chat. We see you guys competing every single round. You know, it's cool to me and Keenan that we can take this super long break, 8 months, and come back and fill out a bracket in a minute and a half and still have some quality drifting on Forza, proving that, you know, while this game may be on the end of its life cycle, it's by no means a dead game. We still have a good representation out here. So really, guys, thank you so much for coming out and supporting what we do here at Outrun. And, you know, this is not the end of it. Outrun will return for more Forza Motorsport 7 drift action. We'll have a date announced very, very soon, probably within a week even, Keenan, I'd like to say.
A date or a round?
The next round, like a date for the next round.
Oh, I thought you were like, we're going to do one within a week. I was like, the fuck we are? Are you going to do it yourself?
No. I say the date will be announced within the week. Is what I'm saying.
I was going to slap you upside the noggin. Who, you cheeky boy.
Yeah. Oh, and don't forget, boys, by the way, I'm going to go ahead and plug it shamelessly. After party on Assetto Corsa not immediately, maybe 30 minutes to an hour after the completion of this round. We will go ahead and add everybody in announcements on our Discord with the links to all the mods, the server, and all that stuff and whatnot. If you want to join us for some Assetto drifting action and a little kart race in the middle as well, feel free to join us. It is open to all on our open public server. It's going to be the official Outrun Open after party, looking to do that every single time we have one of these events. So please, if you guys are inclined to get out there and be rowdy in some big tandem trains on Assetto and you have it and whatnot, come on by. We would love to have you.
And again, just for anyone in chat, !LU, you get all the information to that. Lit Underground Team Tandem event, probably one of the most prestigious tournaments that I've seen in Forza Motorsport, regardless of discipline. Go check that out. Join the Discord, get your information. Could walk away with a set of tires, set of brakes, or some cash in your pocket. As we get both these guys ready here, our last Great 8 battle.
Huge shout out, by the way, Ryan and Wesley. Thanks for coming out on such short notice and doing this for us. And you know, I really hope that we can maybe work together as well for that upcing event as well. That'd be a lot of fun.
I respect it.
I'm not
I respect that.
Look, I'm just saying. You need a team. I know some guys. So.
That's not what I want to do.
Hey man, we need them.
Instagram's hard.
We need them. Send them our way. Send them our way.
All right, then who?
I want to see some battles. I want to see some door on door action.
I get the feeling this is about to be something fierce. SR20 in the lead. TSC Cookie giving chase. Who will advance to your final four and Outrun Open number 10? SR20 once again getting spicy with those lead runs with very consistent and big angle as well. Putting the exclamation point on that angle into turn 2 as well. Cookie wanted the door, but got absolutely phased by what SR20 threw down there. Exiting turn number 2. That was something. Oh my God. I don't even know what to say. I think SR20, Keenan, you're not kidding. He's got something figured out with his sim steering. Like, that is...
I've driven sim steering with the wheel. It's definitely a lot easier with the wheel in terms of drifting. But at the same time, like, it's not easy. It's very tricky.
No.
Even if you like do the thing where you just crank your rotation down, it's still hard. So the fact that he's making this work and is making it look like natural and fluid and good is making me second guess the whole normal steering thing. Like maybe I want to put in the time to learn sim on the wheel.
I'm really starting to think like maybe there's some like extra tuning stuff you got to do to get that steering figured out, because it hasn't been meta for the longest time. There's a reason everyone does the normal steering, but SR20 is going against that norm. I like to say he's doing some stuff with it that I really haven't seen so far with those flicks, the fluidity with such sensitive steering as well. Let's see what he can do in chase. This time Cookie up in that lead position, enters back into turn number 1 with a massive angle in that Camaro as well. Tire drop in the chase, not quite matching the tire angle, but is definitely getting in on the door and transitions right across the bumper. Cookie is putting down the style, but my God, SR20 is not here to play. He is all over the door of TSC Cookie.
Yes, sir.
Is Cookie a little cold? Because I think he just got undressed there.
Woo!
Oof. 900 on sim steering. That's the way to do it.
All right, replay's coming up on the side screen here in a couple of seconds.
Do you remember Captain Moore?
Of course I do.
Era? Captain Moore is he just hit me up. He's watching right now.
Oh, what's up, Moore?
You know, he works for Matt Field now.
I did.
Been working with him for a couple years.
I had my suspicions for that, but I didn't confirm it.
Yep.
I saw like names getting tagged in posts. I'm like, I recognize that, but not enough to like. Old DIS alumni.
My God.
Nice to see a lot of the old names coming back. Again, it's an ask when this franchise has been out for well over a decade at this point.
SR20.
Yes, sir. SR20.
Yeah.
2-0 SR20. He will go up against KNC Giraffe. 45 plus signed up for this event in less than 5 minutes. 32 battled, and now that it is all said and done, 4 drivers remain to potentially take Outrun number 10. And let's introduce those drivers right now. First up on the top half of the bracket, it's TSC Faded. He will be going up against TTL Profit. And
again,
on the bottom half.
Oh, you go ahead. No,
that's all you.
Faded, one of those guys who did a really, really good job through the bracket here. Excellent job from him. Again, we got Profit as well, making a big return to Outrun. Profit, always one of those guys that you expect to do well, that always does well. Again, representing his new team of Art of Motion in the Matt Field S14 there. This is going to be a barn burner. That's just the top half of your Final Four. Ian, who are the other two?
Bottom half of the bracket, it's going to be none other than KNC Giraffe going up against, I would like to say, even the Cinderella story of this round so far, SR20. And based on the quality of driving, it's not even a Cinderella story. They're showing they have what it takes to go with the best of the best. This is going to be fun to watch. Before we get to that battle, first up, TSC Faded versus TTL Profit, who are both on the line and ready to go.
I just want to say I've noticed Profit changed his wheels. I guess he got a REM sponsorship for this round. Now he's got TEs. Before he didn't have those.
This is going to be fun. We got nothing but quality drivers remaining here in a section that they have all run for the entirety of the 3 years of this game's existence. It's
3 years.
Say, you're going to see some peak.
A lot more than 3 years, dude. I remember this being one of the sections that I learned on back in middle of Forza 2. So this is not a good start from Profit, but he's going to get into the throttle, catch back up to Faded. Here we go. Faded in the lead. Profit giving chase. Here's your first pair of the Final Four. Very good angle from Faded. Very, very good line. Having to sacrifice a little bit of angle to get to that line, but Profit's got to close this gap, and he does somewhat. Still haven't seen some good angle from Profit. Over rotation keeps it from fully spinning, but definitely a huge correction there. Not something he wanted because Faded was locked and loaded in that lead position.
He gave him way too much of a jump off that start.
For as much as a veteran as Profit is, I'm really surprised that he allowed that gap to happen. He had the restart available, and Profit, I think he should have hit the brakes.
Well, he started trying to catch up, and then he caught up, and then didn't catch all the way up, and then let him take off again.
You say it's like no one wants to be that guy either. I know I've made that mistake a lot where I'm like, oh, well, I don't want to be there. You're starting and restarting and restarting. I get it. A lot of times you're not thinking either. You're like, well, you're not thinking about it. You're like, oh, I'll catch up. It's not a big deal. Then by the time you're halfway through turn 1, you're like, well, I should have restarted that. Not a lot you can do now. Let's see what Profit can do in his lead position.
We'll absolutely double check it on a full screen replay to make sure that there wasn't a jump there, but I think that was fair play there.
Yeah, I think it was bad timing by Profit. Unfortunate situation. No, he's not out of it yet. Again, not on a 0, but definitely on a deficit here. Profit in the lead.
Oh!
Good
Faded giving chase. Big angle from Profit. Profit, when he's in pressing situations, tends to deliver. Let's see if they... Oh, big angle! It's coming to a stop, though. Nowhere for Faded to go.
Good
and then they
follow.
overtake.
Great follow.
Great job from Faded. Heads up driving from Faded, ready for it. Profit looked like, that's just one of those unfortunate problems with running the sim steering. I think we see as much as it's working out for SR20. Profit just a little bit too much flick that you really saw the speed just drop. And even though Faded had nowhere to go, did a really, really good job. You've seen Profit in the chat saying rip. But I got to imagine, boys.
Yeah, that's Faded. And I had just got done telling Ian I think Profit could have made it all the way to the top out of this top 4.
She's different.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's
she's different for sure.
That's Faded for the win.
All right.
I think Ryan's a little busy right now, so go ahead and then go and call it as well. TSC Faded will be advancing to your final, but Profit and Faded, please do both grab tires. You are still in it for another battle. We have 3rd place and 1st place to be decided. Next up on deck, KNC Giraffe versus SR20. SR20 will be chasing, and Giraffe will be leading. Now, Giraffe, we've seen this man in the Forza scene years and years on end. You know, if he's in a tournament, he's one to look out for, despite his breaks every once in a while. It doesn't matter. This guy knows how to work a car, as they both make a little bit of contact on the burnout section of the way out. But regardless, Giraffe knows what he's doing. SR20, based on what I've seen so far in this tournament, nothing to sleep on. I think he's got something special lined up for us here.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel that same feeling that I felt with Toyo J with SR20, just not a name that I'm familiar with. Making me feel foolish right now. Really coming out here doing strong again. Giraffe can top 8, at least top 8 in any tournament he's in. Always a force. SR20, I don't know if this section just suits him or if he's been practicing or, you know, just maybe, again, just about lack of knowledge on my part in terms of not knowing who we're watching. But SR20, absolutely class of his side of the bracket. These two Titans clash to see who wins here is going to be our second half of our finals here, fighting for the win.
Oh. Restart. We're not taking that puppet.
Yeah, I think you know, keeping your tires warm is a big deal, especially I think SR20 is really pushing the rules with that high PI E46, but trying to keep those tires warm, make sure that those are nice and heaty. You don't want to have an issue where your tires are cold going into turn 1, especially here.
All right, second Final 4 battle. Giraffe in the lead, SR20 in chase. Wagon Force versus BMW. Initiation into turn 1. Both drivers mirroring each other on that initiation, but Giraffe running a little bit wide. A little bit of a gap starting to be shown, but not even
right on the bumper.
I can't even believe it didn't make contact there. Not even a piece of paper between the bumpers could be fitted. Giraffe throwing the angle to finish out the course and a big flick at the very end as well. The massive angle at the end. But a couple of inconsistencies on the lead and the chase there. Wasn't necessarily perfect, but still very stylish, very fun to watch.
I don't care. That transition was... made my penis do the big penis.
Especially in Forza, where you have hitbox issues time and time again. We've seen it a couple of times where, like, you know, it can be very dodgy. To have the confidence to scrape the bumper and pull the paint off the guy you are chasing speaks really highly of what you are feeling going into this tournament. And man, that's going to be tough to match. But if anybody's going to do it, Giraffe, I believe he can do it.
Can I get some bless RNGs in chat for our man Chris Sasaki? Let's pray to Chris that we have no sort of Forza issues here. To our Lord and Savior Chris Sasaki. Oh, he used to be RB26? Explains a lot. Going against his former teammate then. SR20 against Giraffe.
Wait, that's RB26?
Sure is.
Oh, yeah, he faced Wanted in Lime Rock. I remember. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. All this makes sense now. So SR20, formerly RB26, up in the lead. Small gap being shown in that initiation, but Giraffe will close it right in and get it on the door. Scraping the paint off of that driver's side door across the bumper.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's a lot of
breaks.
That's a lot of breaks.
A little bit wide is SR20. I don't know what's going on here, ladies and gentlemen. This is interesting.
He just stayed. Oh yeah, Angie.
Yeah.
No, that's a forced pass.
He just stayed in it.
I'm gonna put the full screen replay so the judges can.
I want to see that. Look like a
that's a forced
transition though.
Yeah. So full screen replay.
He looked like he didn't quite get the transition he was looking for and slowed down, and then
like he
Giraffe
slammed
went for
on
an
the
overtake.
brakes.
Yeah, I don't even think he went for an overtake. I just think he just had nowhere to go, and then
like watch transition
pass.
slammed on them. He like stopped. And for Giraffe to like stop, like he's so far from Giraffe would have had to like stop his car to stay behind SR20. Like literally would have had to stop.
You're right.
SR20 was offline, but he wasn't wide enough to dictate a pass or warrant it, I think.
Yeah, but SR20 slowed down so watch the transition. He just instantly stopped, and Giraffe has nowhere to go. Like if Giraffe doesn't want to pass him, he would have to stop his car to get back further behind him.
Do you want that slowed down? I can do that. This is interesting. This is a
the contact as a judge. The contact I think is a little bit clearer, but it's the shoving him out of the way after that I think is what needs to be addressed at least.
Yeah, but look how much he slows down. He like brake checks him.
Yeah, I mean, if Giraffe not force pass him and push him out the way, Giraffe would have basically had to have stopped drifting.
This is one of the days where I'm glad not to be one of the two primary judges.
My thinking brain doesn't work today, so have fun, guys.
I don't know. I'm with Westies. I feel like I don't know. It's a big slowdown. I mean, yeah, the dude probably shouldn't have like pushed him out the way either, though. I don't know.
Shut up,
I'm
man.
just watching it one more time.
What was that?
He was talking to some out chat.
Man.
It's just a weird slowdown. Like I feel like the slowdown caused the whole.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it. I feel like it was the elite car's mistake that he put himself in that position.
And
I'm going with that. It's just a weird thing. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, do both of my lead judges have confidence in the decision?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Giraffe.
Yeah, same.
Yo, Profit versus SR20 for third is going to be a barn burner.
Yeah.
But Faded versus Giraffe for the win is going to also be
So before we get some fire in the chat, and again, guys, keep it civil. All right. I'm looking at this replay now, and I can see the world where Giraffe is where he has a defense. Like if he is to pull the handbrake there to try to correct himself there, he's so far inside. SR20 is already offline. There is a chance where he's not able to put that car back into drift after SR20's mistake there. And like that could have been danger, I guess.
Like Giraffe would have had to basically stop and let SR20 get going again to get back behind him. Like the run's over at that point.
All right, so both of our lead judges are in agreement then. That is going to be, because of the lead driver's mistake, KNC Giraffe advancing to the next round of competition.
It ain't over yet for SR20 though.
No, he's still got a third place battle to do. SR20 gonna need to go ahead and grab tires if you so wish to, and he's gonna do just that. Big shout out to all of our drivers in the situation keeping it civil, because like there is a world where either situation is correct there.
Other than the beginning of the stream, everyone's been pretty cool today. Appreciate it, guys. I'm glad this whole new standpoint. We all had a big talk in in a Discord the other couple weeks ago, and it looks like a lot of people are holding to that. So I appreciate you guys, keeping a level head and realizing this is just for fun, and there's no point in hullabaloo about this. It's just we're just all here to have fun, right? So.
Yeah, that's a tough decision, and football. I see your point there, but the thing is, when there's like a clear situation where one person needs to be at fault, I don't think you can OMT that. You have to decide who's at fault for what happened, and then go off of that call. So that is going to be that. Then Giraffe will advance to your final. SR20 still got something to play for. He'll be in your third place battle, which is up next. He's to shake it off and move on. This will be Profit versus SR20. Profit will be leading, and SR20 will be chasing for the first half of this battle.
Both these guys, Ian, on sim steering. Both these guys on a wheel. Both of them with little bit of a whoopsie-doopsie to land them in this situation. Both of them with a chip on their shoulder going into third place. I am stoked.
This is going to be I was already super hyped about these Final Four battles as it is, but we get Final Four Part 2 Electric Boogaloo here, honestly, with both these. You can switch them around anyway. So it's going to be fire regardless. I'm really looking forward to this.
Yeah, both these, again, like I just said, both these guys kind of with a uncharacteristic mistake on both the runs to land them in the third place battle. But I'm very, 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 very excited to see how they take that moving into their third place.
Once again, huge shout out to Ryan Litteral and Westies. Both of you guys are coming out, stepping up, being our judges for this comp. We really cannot thank you enough. This has been a lot of fun to do this with, and hopefully we can
I'm having a blast.
Yeah, it's a good time. These guys are definitely putting on a great show. Yeah,
I'm happy to try and bring
top notch.
I had no idea. Try and bring Ryan back into the Forza series for real, because he's been out of it for a while. I'm trying to show him what these drivers can really do.
No, it's fun. Honestly, I get the same response from a lot of people who aren't necessarily in on just how competitive Forza scene can be. Like, these guys have been doing this since like the get-go of this game, and they continue to put down some stuff that, from the outside perspective, not fully paying attention to the competitive scene. Like, you'd be surprised coming in, and it's fun to always hear that response. We heard it from some of the judges from the Hately comp. We heard it from Jared when he was commentating with us as well. These guys the best of the best here in Forza. They're top-notch professionals at what they do. Really do like what they do.
Takes a lot of hours of practice to get here. I mean, and it definitely shows.
Again, this is going to be TTL Profit and SR20. You are next on the line. Profit, you are leading. SR20, you are chasing.
Still dying. Thought I was okay there for a minute. Still dying.
Still dying. You okay?
Yeah. I'll be alright.
Stomach doing things?
Oh, yeah. Again, thank you to everybody who's
Is
dropped a follow.
SR here?
I hope so.
He's kind of just sitting down at the first corner or somewhere on the track.
He's just vibing. Oh.
Profit's gonna go hit him.
Just a little vibe check there.
Just push him to the line. You got it.
Oh, I heard a rep. There he is. Let's go.
And I want to say thank you again. This is on my personal channel, and I don't want to say it too much, but thanks for all the follows. Today, guys, we are not done here streaming. We're going to take a little break so I can change things over, and then we're going to head over to Assetto, and we'll probably be streaming Assetto into the wee hours this evening. Maybe going to try to eat. That'd be not a bad idea, but thanks for the support, guys. It's been a wild day, especially for being gone for so long. I knew it was going to be a big comeback. I didn't think it was going to be this big, so I appreciate you guys coming to hang out. I appreciate everybody supporting what we do, and a little idea that started from we're bored on a Tuesday night. Let's run a tournament and look how far we've come now. So thanks everybody for hanging out with us, and hopefully we can end it off on a high note.
Also to Westies and Ryan for the third place and first place battles. If you could do me a favor and go into the private team chat and type.
Do not send. They're backwards. Do not send.
Backwards. We need Profit in the lead and SR20 and Chase.
Chunky, if you want, we can talk about it later. I don't want to get into why we.
What was that? What do you guys?
When they for this battle, the third place battle and the first place battle, just write your decision in the chat on Discord.
Chat on Discord.
Okay. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, Chunky, that sounded super toxic, but like that's not what I meant. I don't feel like explaining it at the moment, but I can explain it to you later.
We'll talk you through it.
Yeah.
All right, Keenan.
I get the no, I'll take this. Right. I had the whole day with Jared, so I'll take this. All right, third place, Profit versus SR20. Again, this should be a good one. Both these guys driving pretty similarly all day. Big entry from Profit. Who is this guy? Snap right to angle. Held it the whole way. Not to take away from SR20, though. Smooth, but he's going to have to gain some ground. Profit trying to put the distance in between him and SR20. Not quite getting there. Big angle over the line. Just holding it. Just holding it. I think he was just trying to prevent dropping a tire, but that's debatably worse than what would have happened.
Replay's up on the side screen.
Oh, oops.
I really like seeing what Profit was doing there going into one. That was so much speed. I thought for sure, oh crap, he's going off. He's going off. That's so much speed, but he used the angle to chassis break it down to the correct speed and keep it on line. But the exit of the course, like,
he did the same thing again, but you can't get away with that there.
Right. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he knows he's doing 360s and stuff. But it's the price you pay for sim steering, man. That kind of stuff happens. And like I said, I think he was just trying to keep all four on course, and I don't know if that was the right call. I think I would have rather seen the tire drop.
Tire drop, right?
Yeah, but going to be switching positions here. SR20 in the lead position. For what we just saw from Profit, we know we can see from that BMW. Clear to send. Puppet, thank you very much. Second half of our third place battle here. And I think this is still this battle still anyone's court. Big nice entry from SR20, but Profit is right there with him with the proximity that SR20 did not have. Transitioning, that's where that BMW looks so good all day, and it looks good again. Very smooth in the lead position. Very, very consistent angle. Profit not quite having the proximity. I don't think that's going to be enough. One tire off for SR20. Chunky, it's KNC RB26. We're both learning together. I'm going to call him Engine Man.
All right, I'm going to put the side-by-side up for the sake of just integrity for you guys' decision, unless you already have it.
I already hear
it. Yeah, we good.
You guys got it?
Yeah, you're good.
All right. Cool. So we do have a third-place decision. The third place has been called. However, we're going to go ahead and announce that at the end of the competition, as we still have to decide who is going to take your first place position. This is going to be TSC Faded versus KNC Giraffe. S15 Sylvia versus the Wagon Force Audi. This is going to be a fun one, Keenan.
I was going to say, just looking forward to it. Giraffe, one of the most solid drivers we see, not just today, but in the recent memory. Giraffe, really one of those guys that's taking advantage of running as much as he can in his car.
They're just banging off limiters side by side.
Dude, this, I think, I don't know if these guys are homies. Like, if they're, like, just, like, know each other and they're down to vibe, or they're, like, they drive with each other off camera. But I feel like this is going to be, like a friend, like a frenemies type deal. Which is, you'll love to see that in the finals.
They were doing that thing that drag racers do, where they go to like one light on the tree before they pull forward. It's like, who's gonna pull forward? It's you. No, you. Put it in here. No, you. No, you. Go. No, you. Come on, warm them up. No, after you. After you. I swear. And then the next thing you know, they're both just pushing steam out the engines.
Yeah, see, they're doing donuts and stuff with each other. I think they're just both stoked to be here. Again, thank you everybody for coming. Really appreciate everyone showing up. Again, the Westies, when Ryan, both of you guys donating your Saturday mornings, afternoons, evenings to come here. This little shit show of ours. So
and Puppet, Puppet, my man,
and Puppet, especially Puppet. He's paying to be here.
Puppet.
What a unit!
It's been a lot of fun. I really appreciate it. It's really cool. It's cool to see this.
And it's almost like a little taster
playing
when
as
you're
long
expecting...
as we have, you know, like like the blackjack days and all of that has come a long way since then.
Oh yeah.
From FMDA to now is the hugest jump in the world.
It is huge. It's huge.
So this is it then. TSC Faded versus KNC Giraffe as your final battle for round number 10, the glorious return of Outrun Open. Thank you so much, everybody. Here we go, back into one backwards angle for the S15 into turn number 1. Giraffe trying to match it, will push out a little bit of wide as a result, but charges into the door regardless, smacks into the side of that S15, and pushes in for more scrapes through the inside of turn 2 as well.
Kick him in the shins.
Fire is in the eyes for KNC.
Take his lunch money.
In that chase position. Not necessarily the cleanest thing you can do in chase, but regardless, that is fire in the veins of KNC Giraffe.
This is what I thought it was. I think they're just two homies. Because he, like, booped him, and he's like, never mind. And then just full throttle and him as hard as he could. Like, the first contact was, like, a little accident, and then you can kind of see his car, like, he's thinking about it. And it's like, nah, and then just full throttles him, hits him again.
And the fortitude of Faded, by the way, to not get phased by what all that contact was doing. Like, he kept it on line, he kept the angle, and it didn't push him off at all. He was doing exactly what he needed to do to keep that car on line in the lead position, despite all that pressure from Giraffe. That is a man solid as a rock and feeling it right now. Like, that is really fun.
Dude,
to watch.
I'm also solid as a rock. Holy moly, that was a run and a half.
Same. Here we go. Second half of your final battle. Giraffe this time will get his shot at the lead. What does Faded have in his chase as well? Giraffe not getting the gap into 1. Faded trying to get into the door. Big angle for the Wagon Force up in the front as well, but pushes it a little bit wide as result. Contact being made. Faded transitions across the bumper, kind of lazily pushes his way back into the door and matches the tire track, bangs up the limiter a little bit wide, but still in there for the proximity. Giraffe very smooth. 2 tires off, unfortunately, on the exit of the corner for Giraffe, but what a fire way to send off these drivers. Replays are going to come up here on the second stream. Is that
have fun with that, judges.
All she has, or are we going again? Judges going to have the work cut out for them.
Still running into each other.
All right, replays are up. My God.
That was a good one.
Already have 1 decision in. That was fun.
That's a 4X. That's a protest.
That's a 4X.
Won't see this on Fox. Really stoked to see a lot of people joining our Discord again. !Outrun. Not only will you get the information for upcoming Outrun tournaments, but you'll also get the information for our Outrun Assetto Corsa Discord server, what mods we're currently running, what we're planning on doing. If you plan on going to the after party, all your information will be there. And again, if you use the command LU to get all the information, they're bullying the van. Go press the exclamation mark LU to get all the information for the Lit Underground tournament. Again, that is the 5-man team tandem competition. Look, it is going to be a hell of a tournament, ladies and gentlemen. They're gonna flip him over. What? I didn't know you could do that. Just keep hitting them until you're bored? Like... We're just waiting on one call here from one of our judges.
Yep, just watching. One thing. 1 second.
Yep. No, gotta do your due diligence on this one. This is the final after all. Man, Keenan, I in a million years did not anticipate the final for
I have
return
been physically miserable and mentally miserable all day, and I've had a great time.
This is cool. This is really cool to see.
I've been in like the most stomach pain in the world for the first 3 hours of this, and I'm exhausted, but I still I'm so stoked.
Tip the fan.
Was that like a door-to-door 300 OMT battle? Probably not. But you know what I loved about that? I think it was very clear from the driving that both of them are having fun. That's why we're here, man.
They're going again anyways. Yeah. The van didn't send up. They're just gonna keep going regardless.
Yeah, oh, that's the mic.
All right,
I think they know they're on camera.
We have a decision. Could all the drivers please line up back at the starting line where we had you guys lined up to start the event by the van, please. All 4 drivers, please line up side by side at the starting line of the course. We have a decision, and it is 2-0. Again, can't be stated enough. Thank you so much for your continued support of everything we do here at Outrun. I want to thank Puppet for being our gate car almost every single time we do this. I want to thank everybody who's competed almost every single round. Westies, Ryan Litteral for coming out, judging for us once again here in this return. It's been a lot of fun, and I hope we can do more stuff like this again in the future whenever the time may come. This is a weird time for all of us when no one's got anything to do. You know, it's like drifting's canceled for the time being, racing's canceled, sports events are canceled. We're all stuck indoors. What better way to spend the time than with a bunch of homies and watching some virtual drift, throwing down if we can't get the real stuff, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Really happy.
You guys did.
Oh, no, so you go ahead. You're more important.
No, no, you're already there. You're already there. Go.
Again, just super stoked to have everybody here. I'm still trying to get to grips of having people like Ryan, like Jared, people from the Formula Drift world come and sample a piece. It's a little bit less of a bridge of a gap for Ryan if you know his history. But, you know, Westies as well. Everyone just kind of donating their time and being part of something that's we've been really passionate about here on the Forza side. Thank you guys again. Thank you for all the drivers. We've had, I feel like if signs would have been open, we probably would have had 100+ people signing up for today. Thank you guys. The interest is there. The passion is there. And having this round go off relatively without a hitch, you'll see us back for sure.
So we'll go ahead and then move into closing thoughts with Westies and Ryan after we get down to the meat of things here. Ladies and gentlemen, we have your decisions for your third and first place battles. First up, in third place, been an absolute pleasure watching both of these drivers throw it down all day long. But only one of them can take the pride of calling themselves on the podium today. And that driver, well, he's using stem steering.
Thanks. Oh, here we go, Jared. Thank you very much.
I'm not gonna do that. Ladies and gentlemen, your third place finisher, give it up for SR20. He will finish in third place today in his BMW with an epic drive in the tournament today. And now, your winner of the Outrun Open, round number 10, here at Silverstone. It's been a long hiatus, and I cannot thank you all enough for supporting what we do here in the eSport drift scene. Your winner in a 2-0 decision. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for TSC Faded. He is your winner in the S15, as Speed said in chat. Sorry, my man, you got to change the thing to a four-rotor now that you won the thing. Congratulations to TSC Faded. He is your winner of round number 10, Keenan.
Yeah, you know, one of the guys that came out of here, again, I wasn't really familiar with the TSC tag. Again, congratulations on TSC for picking up a round winner. But oh my God, again, one of the battles today I was super excited about. And like I said too, my favorite part was Faded looked like it was having fun today. So, you know, even regardless of what happened, I'm glad and that's what we got out of our finals. Congratulations to Team Slide Culture. Congratulations to Faded. And enjoy it, man. And let's see if you can back it up with that 111. Oh my God! Scared the shit out of me. Oh my God. Right. It fits my stomach because the poo just came out.
Before we do sign off here for the first half of today's festivities, I want to throw it over to Westies and Ryan. Westies, we'll start off with you. Any closing thoughts on the day? It was fun, man.
Oh yeah, man, it was a blast. I'm happy Outrun's back. I'm happy I finally got a chance to do something with y'all. It's a fun series. It's not too serious, but at the same time, it's very competitive. So it gives people a chance to compete and test their skill and have fun at the same time. I'm happy Ryan was able to come, bring some more FD peeps into the Forza scene and keep trying to grow the community. And there goes Giraffe dying again.
All right, and again, before we do sign off, Ryan, your closing thoughts, and please do again shout out your tournament coming up again, because everyone who's watching this, it's only a week away, and they still have an opportunity to be a part of it.
Yes, they do. Westy's really touched on a lot of key points. It's just it's all in the good name of fun, and I like that it's a positive thing to do, especially now during times where everyone's stuck indoors. It's still something that we can all embrace our passion with. So it's cool to have something that is this competitive going on right now. Like, what else can we do but other to enjoy drifting at home? And these guys are killing it. Like the entertainment that you get from this, and the camera angles, and the way that you guys talked and represented everything was just man, it was so cool. I really appreciate you guys having me on today.
No, we can't thank you enough. And again, if anybody wants more information on their ways to join that team tandem competition, how do they sign up?
Just head over to the Discord link, and all the information will be posted in there. And also, if you follow Ryan on Instagram, there's a couple posts on there giving more information as well. So, but heading to the Discord is probably your best way to get all the information.
Yeah, I'm about to copy and paste that in the chat now.
I have a command for it.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, Keenan, closing thoughts, but man, this was one hell of a way to come back to Outrun competition, dude.
I mean, I know I've been complaining about it all day in, but I've slept like maybe 2 hours. I've been dealing with this PC bullshit for 2 or 3 days. I was stressed out about this all day yesterday, and if the community came out and really made it worth the time. It reminded me why, we take our time out of our days to run this kind of stuff. Everyone had fun. We saw a bunch of new names, a bunch of names who have never battled before, a bunch of people who have never even drifted in Forza before who got into it for the week and said they will absolutely be back. And if you guys are this committed, then I guess, we have no choice, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I would say be on the lookout in the event section of the Outrun Discord, !Outrun, if you want to join our Discord. Real rules, post what you need to do to get your full permissions, and you will see when our next event is coming up. Expected announcement within a week, I would like to say. But we're not done yet here, guys, so the stream is going to go away for 30 minutes to an hour as we set a couple things up, let the Keenan get a little bit of a reset here.
I need to poop!
Get his stomach cleared out. And we'll be back for Assetto Corsa Outrun Open after party, our first official after party on Assetto. There's going to be a hashtag events channel in Assetto on our Discord. You're going to see all of the mods and whatnot will be posted there within the next 5 or 10 minutes, and we'll tell you how to join the server and whatnot. We expect that to start as soon as Keenan comes back live. But it's been a pleasure, guys, on behalf of myself, MrAeroHD, Puppet, as always, for coming out, being our gate for every day. Ryan Litteral and Westy's coming out and judging as well. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for supporting competitive drift. We will see you again here in just a couple of short weeks' time. Take care. Stay safe. See you very, very soon. Good night, everyone.
1, 2, 3, funk.